You're talking now.
I'm talking. I'm talking and talking. I am trying to make my meter go to the yellow, and it is achieving that. Wow.
That
Wow. That looks good.
So good. So good.
I've got 3 Sour Patch Kids for tonight. I've got peach.
It's a good flavor.
I've got tropical.
Good flavor.
And watermelon.
Did you ever get those Ghost energy drinks?
I tried once and it was okay.
Well. Look who it is. A bunch of fucking gay boys.
Fucking faggot.
Ryan's
Fucking faggot.
You're supposed to save the drinking for the weekend, Ryan.
No, bitch. You gotta build up that tolerance because your little bitch ass is gonna be asleep by 1 p.m.
Did that say best cat dad?
That's fine. I'll wake up just in time for my party.
Hey guys, come to my fucking party.
You need to fix your microphone, Ryan.
Yeah.
I can't hear shit.
Ryan's trying to talk shit with a busted mic.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Did you borrow Mike's mic?
Fuck you.
Hey, is it Micah that signed into the chat?
Haha. Rage quit. That didn't take long.
What a funny guy. Okay, what are we doing?
Intros. We're doing mailbags. We're doing...
Hey, everybody, come to my party at 6 p.m., but I'm gonna be drunk at fucking 9 a.m.
I gotta give myself time to recover for the party, Ryan. And you guys can come whenever. If you want to tell people to just go over to my house and we'll meet them all at my house, just go.
Cool
You
party.
can start whenever your fucking cold, shriveled heart desires, Ryan.
You know, your birthday parties used to be cool and they were called Sabroso.
I did say Sabroso style. But no, we gotta have WrestleMania, not Mexican wrestling. I was just gonna play Nacho Libre on repeat the whole time.
That'd be
Can
cool.
you hire midget wrestlers, Steven?
I think dude, I can't even afford groceries, bitch. Like, I'm fucking hiring midget wrestlers.
Have you been to fast food this week?
I just had some El Pollo Loco, and I was shocked that a burrito was $16 before tax.
Was it really?
What? No, you're a fucking liar.
I think it's. I think it was.
Like
I think it was
meal?
more like maybe 16 after it. Yeah. Well, no, it was legit.
There's
just
no fucking way.
It was burrito and chips and the little side chips
No,
they give you.
you're a fucking liar.
All right, hold
So-
on. I'm gonna bring it up.
I'm pulling up the app.
Do it. I did order through DoorDash, so there's a little bit of.
That's why it's the DoorDash.
We need to
shit.
check that,
Can-
but I get I get the DoorDash discount because I have the thing. So let's see here. So chicken avocado burrito and a 3-piece chicken meal was a subtotal of $30. There's a service fee. I'm going to skip that.
What the
The tax was $3. So that brought my El Pollo Loco to $30 without the DoorDash stuff on there. However,
If you went
we
to the
all
restaurant, it would have been $10.
yeah. So I was going to say that we all know that DoorDash marks their food up just a little bit. But, I mean...
It's not a little. It's not a little. It's a lot.
Yeah, but that's 30.
That's why I don't do it. I don't do it.
What's
I've
$30 anymore?
I've maybe DoorDashed to my house 3 times in my life.
I won't do it because by the time I get to the checkout, I'm like, dude, it's like $50 for like $20 of food. I'm just going to go get it. Fuck it. I don't want that.
And it comes cold.
Yeah.
And all the drivers bitch. Oh, yeah, fucking tip me. You're like, fuck off.
Tip you. I just paid $50 for 2 Big Macs.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Now, I do have the El Pollo Loco app, and I am going to start an order through El Pollo Loco app. That's got to be honest money, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Do they still have the $5 Pollo Bowl?
I think that's a negative.
So that new $20 per
my
hour is limited to restaurants that have more than 60 locations nationwide. So what these restaurants need to do is just start changing their fucking name.
That's probably what they're going to do.
It just promotes
Yeah,
like
that's
you're going to
probably
see
what they'll do.
restaurants that just close bad locations, right? Because they don't need them anymore. And they'll just have like 59 locations in Southern California. And then they'll make like Hardee's and it's going to be a different corporation. They're going to have 59 locations in Texas.
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of shit. It's just
The
ridiculous.
best part
$20 an hour is
the,
just...
the Panera Bread clause is the best part of it all.
Oh yeah, it's just it's an insane amount of back scratching for
What's the Panera Bread clause?
So
Gavin
there's a
Newsom's like
clause
fucking
in
butt
there
buddies with the Panera
that
Bread
if you,
people.
If you bake bread and sell it as a single item, before the law was put in place, you had to do this before the law was put in place. But if you baked bread and sold it as a single item, you're exempt.
Yeah, it's because the fucking guy that passed the bill, wasn't it Gavin?
Yeah.
He was like best friends with the Panera Bread dude. And he just totally fucking gave him, like a shitty politician would, of course, sneak that into the
But
writing.
if you own like McDonald's cannot just start baking bread and selling it because you got to do it before. Go up.
That's how much
up.
it would cost if you would have done it through their
Let's
app.
see. An $11 chicken avocado burrito.
Yep. And then a 2-piece chicken and thigh with mac and cheese.
And ain't that big a burrito.
So
Yes, not a
I
surprise.
believe that it's going to ruin mom and pop businesses because any mom and pop business that doesn't have to pay minimum wage, the employees are just going to demand it or they're just going to leave. So they're just going to lose employees and not have anybody want to work there if I can go work at McDonald's for $20 an hour. It's ridiculous. It's
Nobody wants to work anyway.
It's just the stupidest thing that target one specific little part of an industry. You know, if you're going to do minimum wage increase, you do it across the board and say that's it. You know? Why you target fast food places?
Yeah, how come grocery workers couldn't get the increase? I mean, weren't they the true essential workers during COVID?
Well, why is the government getting involved with, you know, playing around with like minimum wages in that specific context? Like, I get a federal minimum wage, a state minimum wage, but why are they getting involved with like a specific industry? They're fucking with shit. It's not capitalism anymore.
Because they can't trust private entities to be honest people. Or not honest people, but nice people. Pay nicely.
But
I don't
that's
know.
the thing is like, okay, well, you know, if people don't want to work there because the fucking wages are too cheap, then they won't work there.
Did you see Gavin Newsom's restaurant doesn't even pay $20 an hour?
Doesn't have to. It doesn't have 60 locations nationwide. I will happily press 0 tip on everything, especially at a fucking place like that.
I despise it so much when you walk up to a counter.
We're at Dodger
order your
Stadium.
food and it flips around like, oh, you don't tip me? Like, no. What did you do?
I took Mel's cousins to a Dodger game because I got some from my vendor, and I'm not a Dodger fan, but they're diehards, and they were like right behind home plate. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna take her cousins, and then took them all down there, super stoked. And you know, we get over to buy a beer, they hand you a tall can, and they flip the screen around. Do you know how much a tall can is at fucking Dodger Stadium? It's like
$20.
$23.99. Oh, I'm still in that.
Man, dude, that low key message I was trying to send you guys just brought the conversation to a screeching halt.
Sorry. Anyways,
Distracting.
yeah, Discord notification
Squirrel.
went off for all of us. No, yeah, like a beer is like, I think it's at $20. Some of the IPAs, the special beers, like $23.99, but like they all get up to like $25 after tax and shit. And then they want you to tip. I'm like, her cousins would just be dicks. They're like, oh, like putting 1 penny as the tip. I was like, whatever. I don't fucking
Well, a
care.
lot of people say at the stadium when you tip, it doesn't even go to the
Oh,
people.
I guarantee it doesn't
That's
go
what
to
I've
them.
heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too.
I just don't care.
Do you notice how all the workers, you know, they're trying not to be like weird about it. So they're like, oh, hey, so I'm going to turn this thing around. It's going to ask you a question and then you'll figure out if you want your receipt or not. And then we'll go about our day.
Yeah, there's only one place I tip that it goes against my mantra here, and that's
Strip club?
No, my local coffee shop in Laverne. Every time I walk in there, this chick, she's like, "Hey, Steven, how's your day?" Every time. I don't even go there much. Maybe like once every other week I go, but like they take the time, and it's not just my name. Everybody who walks in, the chick is like, "Hey, so and so. Hey, so and so." You know, like she takes the time to like remember her regulars, and she knows what I like to order. It's like that for me. I'm like, okay, I'm tipping an extra $1 or $2 every time I'm going there. I don't
If
care.
you go every other week, you're not a regular.
You know, I had
Regular
that happen
enough
me
to know
one
my
time.
name.
When I was living in
You
La
look
Habra.
like a Steven, okay?
Yeah, very Steven-esque. Definitely the mustache and beard goatee. I was driving through Whittier side streets on my way home one time, and I saw a donut place, and I happen to know that if I bring anything home that's going to impress my wife, nothing does it except for donuts. But I can't just bring one donut. I have to bring a dozen donuts for some reason. I don't know why we need that many, but whatever. So I walk into this donut place. Yeah, that's right. I walk in there, first time I have ever been in this, and the Asian lady behind the counter goes, "Oh, hey, how you doing? How's your mom? Is she good still?" And I was like, and I thought it was really nice, and I was talking to her, and I was like, wait a minute, I've never been here before. Does she just say that to everybody?
She's confusing you. You just all the white dudes look the same to her.
That very much could be it. Yeah.
I go to a donut shop down the street at least twice a month to bring to my team. And every time I go, I swear it's 50 cents more expensive. Same order every time, but they go over, they type some shit in there. It's always more expensive. I'm just like, okay. So annoying.
Just made up prices. Is $20 an hour like as much as it sounds anymore? I know it's probably not. I know it's not like really a livable wage, but like for that type of work and what it has historically been, is that like a major increase? What would it go from 15 to $20 an hour?
I mean, when I worked at McDonald's 15 years ago, I was making like $7.50.
Well, yeah,
I remember that.
Times have changed considerably. So not only did we have this huge gouging happen because, oh no, prices are going up, so every restaurant's just like, yeah, we're just going to double the price of everything. Why? Well, we don't know. We're just doing it because everybody else is doing it. Gas. And they blame it on something. People kept paying it. Now we're going to get a major price increase.
It's always it's the fucking oil industry. They're fucking everything.
Well, as soon as gas goes up, like everybody freaks out and they just start raising prices. Like, and I don't think anybody spends the time to be like, oh, well, how much has our cost actually gone up? They're like, no, this will cover it.
Crude oil spiked today. Did you see that?
Whatever.
It fucking skyrocketed, and we drained our reserves. So Angel's about to rape us in the butt. When it comes
Angel, explain it. What's happening? I'm freaking out, man.
It's the markets, man. It's the markets. Let me tell you something.
No, it's the markets. It's the markets.
It is the markets. What else would it be?
Markets.
Did your computer program tell you about this?
Okay, Angel.
No, we have healthy cracks right now.
Okay.
Healthy cracks?
Healthy cracks.
You know what? Drill, baby, drill. I don't even know what that fucking means anymore.
It's the fucking markets. Okay. All right, Angel.
Anyways, but like, I wonder, I mean, as if I need an excuse not to go to fast food. Like I'm happy not eating fast food as much as Ryan. So this is just another one. I'll still go to In-N-Out. I don't think In-N-Out's prices changed by like 30 cents.
In-N-Out's prices changed too.
They went up like 30 cents.
It is going to make me go less and less and less because it's at the point where it's not worth it anymore.
Well,
if it's not
supposed
cheap,
to be
it's
cheap.
not worth it.
That's just the whole thing. It's supposed to be cheap.
Yeah.
I don't think.
You guys seen these TikToks about like McDonald's dinner box?
Mm-mm.
So there's this thing going around where for like $20 you get 2 Big Macs, 2
Fries,
cheeseburgers,
drinks. Okay.
20-piece chicken nugget, and 2 fries, or medium fries for $20.
Sounds good.
It's a good deal.
Right? It sounds like a
Yeah,
dream.
they started that during COVID.
Right.
No, it is very recent. Very recent. So
No, they started that during COVID.
Oh, they
Trust
did?
me. Yeah, it was.
Was it like a
It's still
secret
there,
menu
but
thing
started during
too?
COVID.
Because
No, it's on the thing when you go there.
Well, I went to 2 and they said they never heard of it.
oh.
So I feel cheated.
Also, I seen on TikTok, they're just like going full automation. So all those touchscreens, they're
Yeah.
like putting like eight of them up, and then like
Oh,
they just
yeah.
have a few chefs in the back, and then you're just picking it up like where you would your mobile order. You're just picking it up. There's nobody at the front desk anymore.
Yeah. Every Taco Bell I've been to in the last year, you just walk up, nobody's at the cashier.
Yep.
You say, hey, like, oh, go to the kiosk.
Don't talk to me.
Type
They'll
of
just
what you
say it
want.
like, yeah, they'll just do it like other places. Like nowadays, when you're at a baseball game or whatever, they're like, no cash. And what it's going to be is you're only using the kiosk. Like you have to use the kiosk. And if you're old and don't understand them, then I'm sorry. That's it. Maybe somebody will help you do it. Somebody else that is buying food. But,
Is there a specific reason you have to do a kiosk and no cash? I mean, like at the grocery stores, you can
think-
slide 20s into it, right?
yeah, I think it's probably just cheaper just to do a card reader, like point of sale kind of like we're talking point of sale. If you have like cash option, then what? You're like giving change back and you gotta, I don't know.
You got to count it. You got maintenance aspects. It could be breakdown, jam. Yeah. But when I was originally thinking about it is like when I went to SoFi, they're 100% cashless. No one in the building has cash.
That's because
and someone told me that. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's the reason. Okay. Cause cashier's like, oh, I don't know. I thought I put a 20 in there.
No, the employees steal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like, here's a beer. I'm going to pocket a 20.
Yeah. That happens so much. Especially they hire just a bunch of temp workers from a temp agency to staff these kind of events, and these people don't give a shit if they fucking steal a couple $100. They're like, whatever.
I noticed that at Stagecoach in Coachella.
Yeah.
I knew people that worked at the Wetzel's Pretzels in downtown Disney back in the good old days when a Disney pass was $250. Me and my buddies would always go to the Wetzel's Pretzels. We knew people that worked there, so we go there. It was like, oh, I want a fucking pizza pretzel. Whatever the
I'm
fuck it was.
sniffing
They
another
give it to us
Menace
for
story.
free. They would give it to us for free every time. We always went up, got it. It was fucking free. But for paying customers, quote unquote, they would charge them, and they wouldn't ring it up, and they would just pocket money. and they like took like tens of thousands of dollars. One of them bought a Dodge Charger with the money that they stole.
Whoa.
They bought a Dodge Charger.
That is called embezzling, and the manager of that.
Oh yeah.
And the owner of that Wetzel Pretzel must have been just straight up laundering money, because if he doesn't notice tens of thousands of dollars.
No, exactly. It's like, how much fucking inventory did you lose and not realize like something's wrong?
Or
something's wrong.
They should be looking at the sales every day. You're like, okay, well, some days we hit $5,000 in sales, and when these employees are working, we only get $500 in sales. Like,
they must have had a system where it's like every 2 customers we pocket it or something like that. I don't know what it was.
Well, if people use card, you don't,
like
and
that.
if they use cash, they just can't. They void out the transaction and pocket it. Like, there's cameras facing the drawer for a reason.
Right.
Yeah, but the cameras are only good if you know something's happening, when it's happening, where it's happening. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I would just watch.
Cameras are more there for employee liability, like slip and falls, than theft. Because it's so hard to catch something.
No, it's easy. You just
But
point at the
these days,
register and you just watch the person for like an hour. You just watch what they do with the
Casinos
money.
do it.
hard. But nowadays, they do tie cameras into point of sale systems, so it makes it a little bit easier, but it's still...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Most people that have camera systems don't know how to use them.
Yeah,
in
things have
casinos,
changed.
they just put it right down on top of the guy every time and just tell him like, hey man, when you do your stuff, make it happen, and if it's questionable, we'll talk to you.
Oh, they'll get fired. I mean, those dealers, you see how they take a tip, even if it's $1, they have a system. Like, they put the chip down, hands go both ways, they shake this and do that, and they put the thing in the slot or whatever they do. But like, the cameras are always watching them.
You tip when you gamble?
If I go on, if I'm winning, yeah. If I'm losing, I don't tip shit. But like, if I win, or the dealer changes and the dealer had won me a bunch of money, but like a couple bucks is like, I'm not playing high limits, but $5 for a really good dealer that actually made it an enjoyable experience, like joked around with us and stuff. Yeah,
A fun deal. I hate mean dealers. No fun zone dealers.
I like.
How dare you curse at my table? Oh, fuck off. I'm in Vegas. I'm drinking and gambling. I can say shit.
Yeah. Just say, okay, I won't fucking cuss. I'm sorry.
So annoying. So annoying.
I like, sometimes like the asshole dealers. I mean, I had this one dealer that was just an asshole, but like it was his shtick. Like he was like roasting everybody the whole time, and I thought it was the fucking funniest thing ever. And I was tipping him like crazy because I was just laughing and laughing and laughing. I was like, this is like a free show. It's just like, I don't know. Stop fucking tipping me. Whatever. Yeah.
The whole world's gonna end April 8th. Anyway.
Is it? Is that the prediction?
There you go.
Oh yeah, we got the eclipse. We got NASA shooting rockets at the eclipse.
Really?
And then the Hadron Collider's getting turned on,
Nope.
and it's detecting like ghosts inside of it.
Oh, it's like, like paranormal entities. Oh yeah, something like there's some sort of like like what looks or seemed like an entity inside the machine.
Yeah.
Like maybe some sort of like interdimensional travel of people trying to fucking stop the experiment. I don't know.
Whatever. I'll still go to work on
The world,
April 8th.
the world will keep turning. I've heard all this stuff before.
Yeah. The eclipse is supposed to go from like Texas to Maine, and then they're saying like, oh, I think it was 7 years ago the eclipse went from Washington to Florida, so it's a big X on the United States. So they're
The one that I saw was it's a cross.
Drop
there
the
you
big-
go.
So either way, the line's gonna cross and make a shape.
Oh.
Like, this is gonna happen.
Did you guys know that
What?
I'm a believer in everything? So when I now believe in everything. When is the eclipse? I'll repent on the 7th.
do you believe in the Chargers?
April 8th.
I'll repent on the 7th. Just like, hedge my bet.
But Steven, do you believe in the Chargers?
No.
I believe in everything except the Chargers.
I believe that the Chargers will do what they always have done. That's like the only faith that I have.
Not play
Disappoint.
football.
Just disappoint. Hey, we got this amazing coach. He's like one of the best coaches ever. And they lost almost all their games. Okay, bye. That's what's going to happen.
He's a coach. He was a player. He's coming off a NCAA championship. Yeah, totally set up for failure.
I just don't think he inherited a good situation. It was a lot of expensive contracts, and I think he will do good. He's a good players coach. I think he's very Pete Carroll-like in terms of being a good players coach, but also knowing what the fuck he's doing. He's got a good quarterback. They ditched all their expensive players or restructured them. So I think he needs a year or two to rebuild. But I mean, if he doesn't have at least like an average season, I think it's going to get hot right away for him. People will give him 1 year. I mean, you have to, right? I think it's crazy when they hire a new coach and like 1 year into the new coach, they're like, "You're fucking gone." You're like, "Oh my god, he didn't even have a chance."
I was just learning my job.
I was like, sorry, the guy before me fucking hired all these players. I mean, what do you want me to do? Anyways.
That's why I like the Steelers. They've only had 3 head coaches.
Right. And they've had the longest winning streak not longest winning streak, the longest streak of winning seasons. And apparently that's the joke now, is that the record rests in the hands of Russell Wilson. And you're just like,
yes.
Oh God. But
the right way to do it.
Tons of success over there.
Could you imagine a sushi with an anus on it?
A sushi with an anus.
Yeah, think of it like if you look really up close to like a raspberry, like how it feels like it's bursting from the skin with juice.
Never really looked at a raspberry like that. I just kind of ate them.
Oh, okay. I just figure like an anus going around, like being super tight with juice inside, and you take a bite and it fucking explodes.
I will be thinking about this next time I eat a raspberry.
Well, I don't look at raspberries a lot, Steven. You know what I do look at a lot, Steven?
Cats' buttholes?
Water bottles.
What about them?
They hold a lot of water.
I don't get the joke.
He's laughing so hard. Why are you laughing so hard?
Because it's his own joke.
Water bottles hold a lot of water. You know, I don't know. And sometimes it gets sucked up. And I don't know.
What?
Don't worry, Ryan. I got
Oh, ding, the light went on. Ding, the light went on.
Anyway.
Cool. Such a cool guy.
You can only suck it up for so long before it will come back out.
What?
Anyway. Hey, Angel.
What the fuck do you want?
Let's introduce
Did Jasmine send us a picture?
To the episode that hasn't been released yet? Yes,
It still hasn't been released?
It has
we
not
recorded
been
that shit like 2 weeks ago.
It was not 2 weeks ago. Was it?
It was.
Yes, we record every other week.
Shit.
Okay, I have an idea. Let's introduce this
I'm
podcast.
scared.
Can we leave all of this in and then introduce the podcast like after 40 minutes of talking? You're just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's okay.
Oh, why not? Why the fuck not?
Let's find out what the boys are talking.
Let's find out. I haven't done that, dude, in like 10 episodes. Fuck you.
That's been good.
It's like the one episode.
Literally, let's find out what the boys are talking to, and then just cut to like 40 minutes about us like bitching about like $20
The
an
boys
hour.
are here. Looks like they're arguing about something. Let's go see what's going on.
Oh, Steven's arguing about what juicy anus he wants to burst into. Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 41. What's 41? Isn't that exciting? 41. We are the greatest entertainment in the world. Guaranteed her. You'll feel like Lena the Plug did after her session with Jason Love that eventually led to the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lena
Now, we start every episode with Lena the Plug. She is a porn star.
Yeah, I've heard. I've seen that because there's like
Lena the Plug.
the famous cucking scenario where like this famous like hip hop podcast host guy let his wife go like fuck some mandingo dude.
Oh yeah, that sucked, dude. You should have seen the regret on his face, man. He was like crying. Awful.
I have never seen it, but like I imagine that it don't feel the same after that.
No. And it was his idea.
Whatever, he's chasing that paper probably. I mean, he like married a porn star, so I don't know what he expected.
Now we start every episode with a question that gets the boys in the right state of mind to commit some hypothetical crime. I'm going to introduce... that fucking rhymed. I'm going to introduce each cowboy in turn. They'll say hello and answer a question. They're going to be going in the perfect order. And good golly, Miss Molly, I cannot stress how perfect this order is. Now, before we ask the question, call to action, subscribe, follow, and leave a comment. Answer along with the boys. We'll pick our favorite answer, and you'll get a prize DVD. You can also send us an email.
No one's gotten a fucking prize ever.
Nobody replied.
2 people have gotten prizes.
What? What have they gotten?
Stickers.
Why you fucking lie?
Stickers.
What sticker? Who's sending stickers to? You have not mailed anybody.
I don't know if you want the answer to that question, Ryan.
You fucking liar.
Our fan base manager, intern.
Our merch guy.
I think his name's Jimmy.
I know the sticker exists, but you've never sent the sticker. Yeah.
There you go.
It's unopened. It's unopened.
No, the top one was
One's
open.
already empty.
Who did you mail it to?
People, don't worry about it.
Fucking
I don't
liar.
think you want the answer to that question, Ryan.
Kyle? Was it Kyle? Carl? Carl. Carl.
That's the guy you should be asking about. His episode did air.
And you can also send us email at coinupcowboyspot@gmail.com. We love reading and reacting to your feedback. So say hi. Let us know if you like the show, you agree or disagree with whatever the hell comes out of Ryan's mouth. Mostly disagree, I understand.
What?
Let us know.
What'd you say?
That's right. So the question for this episode is, would you rather be shorter, fatter, uglier, or dumber than you currently are?
Easy.
So shorter, fatter, uglier, or dumber, and why? And going first in the perfect order is Ryan.
Fuck yeah. Your favorite cowboy. Welcome to the latest podcast, Coinopians. It's your boy, Ryan, who gives the best birthday presents in the world. Get ready, Steven. You won't be disappointed.
Promise.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know a midget?
That birthday was
Anyway.
never delivered.
To answer Angel's question, I'd much rather be dumber. By like 100 times.
Why?
Because then you just be ignorant and not worry about anything.
I figured, because I just figured that would put you at like a normal intelligence level, Ryan.
Yeah, I'd like to be so dumb where life was just like hungry, happy, laughter.
That's a
Like when you were a kid?
Just emotion.
That's a Shane. That's like the Shane Gillis joke about like people with Down syndrome. Did you hear that one? He's just like they're like the happiest people I know.
Yeah.
They don't care if they take grilled cheeses out to dinner.
Yeah, dude. There's
Where'd you get that cheese, Daddy?
You brought it, didn't you? No, I did. Yeah, I made it at like 2:00 last night.
yeah.
He's been
If I
making
could
them at
just,
night. I know
just
he's.
be dumb, watch moving pictures on the TV, and be enthralled without intrusive thoughts about like, oh shit, I got stuff to figure out tomorrow. Oh shit, that should happen today, or oh, what am I gonna do about this? It's just be dumb and not worry about anything.
Yeah.
Be fantastic.
I understand the appeal.
Such a cool guy. All right, thank you, Ryan, for your answer. Next up in the perfect order, Chris.
Did I say I was done?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, you said that's it.
Do you have?
Ryan,
Not-
I think you'd only be good with that for like a week or two. After that, I think you'd get bored.
No,
Drive
you'd
you
always be
nuts.
good with it because you would never know better. You would never know
That
better.
much so. I think your rational thought would eventually crawl up the hamster wheel enough.
No, I want to be like as dumb as a fish. So it's like you're only worried about what's in
What?
front of you at that very moment, and I just get carted around, and what's here at 90 degrees in front of me. That's it. Even behind me, I have no idea what's going on. Just directly in front of me. That's all I got. That's it.
How does that go on 50 First Dates? Like, hi, I'm Dan. Right? Remember the guy that he has like 6-second memory? No? 50 First Dates? Adam Sandler? No?
I know the movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember this part
Yeah.
of the movie.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think you can equate that to being dumb. I think that's just he just had really short-term memory loss. Like really, right? 6 seconds.
Yeah. But I get
That would make you dumb. That makes you dumb, right?
Does it?
It makes you incapable of
like-
doing anything smart, I guess.
So that's my theory about children. Like all children are born dumb because they lack knowledge. So you're born
No, because their
dumb
brains aren't developed. They can't let.
from the get go.
it's 10
They know nothing.
Ryan,
second Tom.
I have a beautiful part in later on in this episode where I think I can help you out with this.
You can dumb him up.
Have you jump off a bridge?
All right. Are you
done?
done, Ryan? Yeah.
I can acquiesce.
What the fuck?
That's too big of a word.
Don't use words like that around. You know that makes me feel like a tard.
You said it wrong. All right. Next up in the perfect order, Chris.
What up, Coinopians? In for a great episode. So for Angel's question here, shorter, fatter, uglier, dumber. So the ironic part is I feel like I have a few of those already in the bag, and I think I would just kind of double down on those. So what the first one I was thinking about was the fatter. I've been trying to work out, but I'm not nearly as glorious as I would like to be. The shorter one, I think the shorter one would probably bother me because I've really like prided myself on being like 6'6" tall. So
You're not that tall. You're that tall?
I just think it'd be weird, you know? Yes, I am.
So it says on his ID.
That's right. So It also says I'm ruggedly good looking on my ID. So
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that one.
but I think the dumber one would bother me. Like when one of my very first jobs, I was working at Vaughn's as a bagger, and that was boring at the time. And now I'm in a position where I need to like think all the time. And there's days where I think back to I'd love to just roll up and just bag groceries and just not care about a thing in the world. Kind of like how Ryan was talking about. But I think that would only be cool for like a week or two. So it's more like a vacation thing. And then like my curiosities would get the better of me. So I think what I would go with is the uglier. I think I can handle a few more ugliness pegs. And I think that's probably the one that I would say would be least important in there. So yeah.
Very good.
Question for you, Chris.
Answer.
I too used to be a courtesy clerk back in the day.
Same
I have
Z's.
2 questions. I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
I guess it's gonna extend. To you too, Steven. Number 1. You're a master of bagging, correct? You learned all the ins and outs.
Yes, I'm a master bagger.
Do you still, like, when you go to the grocery store, do you still like to take over?
I do. I do.
It's nice, right? It feels nice.
Yeah. Well,
Move out of the way, kid. You're doing it slow.
it's definitely twofold. It's just because I look and I just go like, you're not doing it wrong. Didn't you watch the videos? Like you got to, and on top of that, so
Smash the bread.
so I'm like super, obsessive compulsive. Where when I put my groceries on the belt, I specifically put them where I put all the cold stuff together. Then I do all the hard stuff together. And then I put the light stuff at the front so that when it gets to them, they don't need to put stuff aside. I'm kind of feeding it to them in the order that they should be bagging it. And what do? They shove it aside and put bananas and bread down and then put like cans of tomato sauce on top.
I'm gonna put this jug of milk on top of your bread.
Nuts.
Well,
Yeah,
all the good baggers are leaving to get $20 an hour at McDonald's. So
that's right.
those unions aren't paying the baggers anything.
I mean, it's kind of the downside. I mean, when we joined, I mean, I think all you guys worked at a store that you had to be part of the food workers union, right?
Yeah.
So that food workers union
joke.
Yeah, like my parents, for example, they were on the old contract where I think you had wages and situations where you could really make a living off of it. When I started, I was making like $6.25 an hour. And when I left, I was making $9 an hour. And
really?
Yeah. And when I look
shit.
when I look back on it, it just doesn't seem sustainable. Like you can't get a guaranteed 40 hours. You have to like really suck up to it. And even if you go to one of the other departments, you're only going to get paid marginally more. Yeah.
And the funny part is you have to pay the union fees. So you're getting paid. I was getting paid minimum wage and they're taking out union fees. I'm like, I'm making less than minimum wage.
That's right.
I said, that's cool.
So
and
I
you got
said
nothing back from it. No health insurance, nothing.
Yeah.
Well, until you worked there a couple years.
Yeah, I had their health insurance, but I don't remember. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing, but it wasn't that drastic. It wasn't something like that I could use a lot of. But I remember there was one time I accidentally said that I didn't realize this person I was talking to was a union rep, and she got furious and started saying, "Well, did you get a guaranteed 16 hours this week?" And I was like, "Whoa,
Ooh.
yeah,
Ooh.
wow, yeah." I'm like, how can I live that way when I'm just like, when a week comes by, I'm like, am I going to get 20 hours this week? I don't know.
I really need
imagine trying to pay your bills off that.
Yeah.
Question number 2 regarding grocery stores. Working. What were your thoughts about cart collecting?
So I don't think it was one of the things that I didn't like as much. I think I liked the more mindless bagging going there, like the carts. I feel like all the parking lots I had were extremely large, and so I was chasing these things all over the place. And I feel like I could only handle like 10 or 12 carts in one section. If I got more than that, they would start peeling off the end. I just didn't enjoy it. But I know Ryan, that was your favorite part, right?
Oh, my favorite. I always volunteered to take people's cart duty because you got to go outside and just walk around and collect carts and not have to deal with shit. It was great, especially on a nice chilly night. It was great. Steven, did you like cart collecting?
Not when it was the summer.
Well, yeah, summer
it's
sucks.
hot.
But fucking like
It's chill going out there.
Ooh,
like
it was great.
honestly, except for this one time I can remember, it was around the time of like that Prop 8 was coming around, where it was like, if you vote yes on Prop 8, you like ban the gay marriage, kind of whatever. I forget which way was.
Oh yeah.
Which way was to let it be and which way was to like not let it be. I forget. But anyways, I'm out there I'm doing this. I'm in Diamond Bar, California. I'm out there collecting cards, just minding my own freaking business. But on the corner of the street, there's a bunch of conservative people or whatever. It's like no on hate or yes on hate, like whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, whatever. They're all doing their thing out at the intersection. But one of the dudes is like in the parking lot, like going up to people. And he freaking comes up to me, dude. I'm like 19 years old. He's like, well, which way are you going to vote? And all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know. He's like, well, you have to vote yes. You have to vote yes on this. And I was like, yes on it to like ban it to make sure gay people don't get married. And I'm like, well, I kind of think the opposite. And he's like, oh no, like absolutely not. Like was just like lecturing me in the parking lot. And I just like at some point just kind of like, well, see ya.
You need to go back to work.
So that part wasn't cool.
That one moment in time.
It just reminded me of that. I had not thought about that in a long time, but collecting cards. Other than that, yeah, I mean, you're just in your own little world out there for collecting cards. That's like, that's pretty
great.
chill.
I loved it.
You get the big long train going. You got like 30 of them, and I didn't have no like no power, and I'd be like trying to get ill.
I think I'm on Chris's side. I think I maxed out around 10 or 12.
That's probably what it was. Like that's probably a lot.
Got unwieldy. Unless you worked at like Costco where you have like the grappling hook.
Yeah.
The grappling hook
has like the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walmart has the machine now. Don't lose the remote.
Yeah. So 12 probably seemed like a lot though. Like I remember a big long train, but
It's a decent amount.
It's one where you couldn't really hold on to the front and hold on to the back anymore. Like it was, your wingspan was surpassed.
Did you ever get tipped even though you were told not to like accept it?
Yeah, it was so awkward.
Yeah.
And then like they'd be forceful, especially the old ladies. The old ladies were always so forceful.
Oh, I would take it. I don't give a fuck. They'd be like, here's like $10. I'm like, okay.
I'm back then. I was like, oh shit,
that's a whole
hour. An hour of work.
Yeah.
I was getting paid like $10 an hour, and I was at Albertsons, but I don't know where you were working.
Ralph's.
Vons.
In Vons. I came from
here.
I was an idiot. So like I was at Roundtable for a while, and you know I take some drives. Mostly I'd be working in the store. People would tip in the store too, and it was chill. And I was just like, you know, I need a more steady job. And so I left, and like I had what's her name? Fanny was working. Fanny was working at Ralph's. I'm like, yeah, you can come work here. And so I went and started working there, thinking I was gonna have like a more stable, sturdy job. Fucking hated it. I quit. Like after I don't know 5-6 months, I quit to go back to Roundtable. Because I'm not.
Did I ever tell you I was sexually assaulted when I worked at Albertsons?
Nice.
Like you blew someone, or
I was doing go backs. I was restocking some shelves, like returning some shit. Probably in the salad dressing aisle, which brings up another question. But I was putting something up, and some like middle-aged lady walked behind me, and she asked where something was. I was like, "Oh, it's over here." And I turned around, went back to my thing, and she pinched me on the butt.
Did you jump?
And I turned around, and I was like, "Excuse me." She's like, "Oh, that doesn't happen to you all the time." And I go, "No."
Wow. Totally cool for ladies to just go and pinch cute box boy butts.
17-year-old boy butts.
Yep. But boy, if the shoe was on the other foot there, we'd be having problems.
This reminds me, this is a good one. So I was bagging like a bagger would, and putting together all the groceries in the bags. People are coming. It's a busy day, blah, 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 whatever. Well, this like cute girl comes in the line, and she was wearing a very like deep cut V shirt and she had pretty big boobs, and there was like a lot of cleavage going on, and I'm trying my best to be like dutiful and focus on what I'm supposed to be doing, which is bagging the groceries, but I sneak a glance, couldn't help it, and right behind her was her sister watching me and saw me take a glance, and she fucking called me out in front of everybody. It was like, excuse me, like, are you looking at my sister? Blah, 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 blah. And they're like, and I was like, no. And she's like, you know, she's 17, right? And I'm like so fucking awkward, bro. Like, I mean, like, dude,
those titties ain't 17.
I'm fucking like 19 years old, dude. Like, she looks like I don't know age, dude. All I know is that there's just All I know is which way is my gain. Okay, all I know is that there's just huge titties like hanging out of a shirt in line. I think they just like think it's funny to like do that and then like call out the dudes that look
To tease you. It's all just to tease you, Steven.
Fuck, I glanced for a second. Her sister was just eyeballing me the whole time to make sure I didn't look, and I fucking looked. I fell in the trap.
You know, that's one where I'm very curious if like I feel like I don't catch myself glancing like that, but I'm curious from like a woman's point of view if she's like, wow, Chris is just like staring or whatever. And I wonder for all of our female viewers out there, is this like common occurrence, not common occurrence? Like, do you just feel like you're at the gas station, every dude you talk to is just like, you
Chris,
know, turning his attention down?
Every woman I've ever talked to knows how obvious we are about staring, and every one of them says how uncomfortable they are wherever they go, because guys just look and especially like older men like just don't care anymore, and they just stare. They don't even pull their gaze away. They don't even do the oh shit you know, like looking away. They just stare like mouth open, like just cavemen.
What the fuck kind of dudes do you see doing that?
No, because I talk to like women and they're like, no, I'm at Target, I'm wearing my like yoga clothes or whatever, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, and like just there's like old dudes there that will just stare as I walk down the aisle. I'm just like, ugh. I was like, I don't know, sorry for my people. But you know, I've been around it, I've seen dudes, but you know, whatever.
All right. Well, one last grocery store question before we go back to Angel's questions.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before.
Favorite salad dressing?
When I worked at Albertsons, the salad dressing. The other thing for you too,
What?
Steven, where the newbies, you'd say, hey, make sure you go turn over the salad dressing. That was like the prank that you had to go turn the salad dressing.
Never heard that.
No idea what that is.
Was that only
our
you?
thing. No, it wasn't just me. It was everybody at Albertsons.
Anyway. How do you turn over the salad dressing? Like flip the bottles upside down?
Yeah, you just make them like go shake it and then put it back on the thing.
Oh, just go shake this. So just eat.
Yeah. So you walk over and you see the rookie over there just shaking salad dressing and then putting it back on the shelf.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's so fucking dumb. That's what happens when you hire a bunch of fucking 16-year-olds to fucking be like 50% of your staff.
Yeah, I remember when they had one of the first, they were talking about layoffs, and I was like, oh, shoot, should I be worried about getting laid off? And they're like, oh, no, dude, we could fire all of our courtesy clerks, and it won't make a difference. We got to go after the old contract folks.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so I think that's a good, so I'm good. All right,
Angel, continue.
Oh, very good. Thank you for your line of question, Ryan. Very welcome.
It took like 20 minutes.
That's fine. That's what this episode's all about.
45 minutes. Yeah, this is exactly what this episode's all about.
This is what the people want.
That's
exactly what they want. This is what you wanted, Angel.
It is. All right,
let's
very
go to
good.
Steven, where he talks about how he's tired of being beautiful.
Steven.
He would love to stop signing autographs.
I don't even know if I need to answer this question because the last like 20 minutes of this conversation has made me dumber. So I feel like I'm already there. But okay. Ryan's answer was wrong and Chris's answer was wrong. You want to know why?
Why?
Because the only logical answer here is to be fatter, because it's the only option in this question that can be fixed. If you're shorter, you can't get taller. If you're dumber, you probably can't get smarter. And what was the other one? Uglier. You're probably not going to be able to fix that either. Being fatter is like, there is a clear path to fixing that. That's very simple. Takes a lot of hard work, but it's simple. So I'm going to take that. Dude, throw 40 pounds on me and I'll fucking start hitting the gym.
That's a pretty smart answer.
Right?
Why didn't I think about that? I must have got caught some of Ryan's dumber session over there.
That's just what would make
my first instinct was to say dumber, but I was like, man, I probably would lose my job, and I wouldn't be able to find a new one. And then shorter, I was like, well, I'm not really tall. Like I'm kind of like on the little average, maybe a little above average kind of side. Uglier, I don't really want to be uglier. Vanity's a big deal for me. And the fatter, yeah, sure, fine, fuck it, whatever.
Not surprising.
I've lost weight before. I've gained it all back. I've lost it again, gained it all. Whatever, fuck it. Throw that fucking
circle of life right there.
Circle of
I don't
life.
know if you can get any dumber though, Steve.
Hey, you would
so
be
you
surprised
know.
what Steven is capable of.
Just so you know, my IQ of 143. I don't know what my IQ is.
Nice.
I would love to take a quick IQ test with all of us to see what our results are.
Let's do it. I know my IQ.
I feel like Angel would probably like score very high.
Oh, you're sweet.
I don't think so.
You don't. Maybe you score higher than I do.
He's over there wearing yellow gloves, Steven.
They're
Yeah.
orange.
They're orange.
That's not orange.
You're colorblind. Definitely
That's
orange.
fucking yellow. That's fucking yellow.
dude. Orange.
That's banana.
Gloves.
Wow.
Fucking banana.
Kids.
I remember the first time I saw orange.
Why? Where? I think Sour Patch
Orange
Kids are really good.
juice. What was the one you were choking on a second ago? Was that the blue raspberry?
Oh my god, the peach is disgusting.
Oh, peach is a sacred flavor.
Peaches,
tropical
I have a
disgusting
question
too.
for you, Angel.
What's up?
So you like Sour Patch Kids?
Big fan. Recently.
Big fan. Me too. I enjoy them as well.
Yeah.
What do you do with the bag when you're done eating the candy?
Snort a line of it.
You there's like salt inside, so you gotta like,
That's the right answer. Good.
Okay.
It's such sour goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
so
love
good.
it.
It's nice. I made the mistake of getting the extreme sour ones, and then my mouth was like shot for like a day and a half.
What's the sourest candy you've ever had?
What is that? Warheads?
Oh yeah,
I feel like Warheads are overrated. They used to be sour.
yeah.
More
They're
sour.
less sour now.
Are
Yeah.
they? No.
I was gonna say, did you like that better than Lucas? That Lucas stuff, but I'm realizing that Lucas is like flavored
isn't
salt.
sour.
Yeah, so it's kind of different.
Yeah.
Lucas is disgusting.
Just get that from the ice cream man and just eat all of it.
Yeah, man.
Dump a whole thing of powder in your mouth and just go to town.
Thank you, Steven.
Okay, yeah. Get fatter.
Get fatter. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and round it out. Let's see. What do I think? Fatter, uglier, shorter, dumber. Probably dumber. I agree. But only because it's like you subtract like what is it, 10, 30 points, IQ points from infinity, you still have infinity. So it's not worried. Not worried.
If you want to be dumber, how dumb would you be willing to go?
And how does Tropic Thunder go? Never go full retard. Right?
You'd have to, because any slightly dumber, you're still aware that you're dumb.
Simple Jack.
But then at a certain
Yeah.
point, you,
You
have
need to be
like
dumb enough
Yes.
to not realize you're dumb.
Yes.
I agree.
I've seen a lot of people that are obviously dumber than I am very successful. So I think I could be dumber.
Oh yes.
And I'm not
There's
like
no
genius.
correlation
Yeah.
with intelligence. Yeah,
It's all social skills.
that's a lot of it. All right. Well,
Or
that was
just
fun.
have
That
a
was
good
fun.
OnlyFans account, right?
Yeah.
Only calves, baby.
Only calves.
Calves.
I can do that. My calves are pretty meaty.
All right, Steven, on Saturday, let's make our Only Calves accounts on Saturday.
Yes.
And see who can make the most money in a 3-month time span.
All right, and then Angel and I are going to compete on only beards and see who's more successful.
You win. I got in trouble at work for having a beard.
Oh, really?
It's the dumbest shit, dude. Okay, people in the field can't be wearing beards because they need to be wearing a full respirator mask that like covers around here, or else like gas will leak in. But I don't work in the field. I work in the office.
It doesn't matter. You have to follow the same rules, Angel.
Because the policy clearly states.
No, you're not better because you live in your ivory tower, okay?
I'm just upset. I was very upset.
That was when I worked at Vaughn's.
People can't read anymore.
When I worked at Vaughn's, it said I could only have a mustache, a well-groomed mustache. That was it. And now I think probably rules out. I think you can do whatever you want for the most part.
Yeah.
My company used to have strict rules about facial hair, and it kind of ended during COVID. They've gotten much looser about it.
Mm-hmm.
But before then, there was a salesperson that got a letter from the doctor that said they cannot shave. And people on the executive, like higher up, still talk about this person.
Does that person still work there?
I don't think so.
It was the beard that did him in. Man, I wonder. I could just envision the doctor giggling as he's just writing up that note.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Well, what's the power behind a doctor's note? Like, people ask for, anyone can write a doctor's note. Like, if you hand somebody a doctor's note, Is somebody going to do research and call like, hey, did you write this note? Are you a doctor?
No, because
are they gonna
some
follow
employers
up? No.
are assholes and won't like give you the time off, paid sick leave, unless you provide a doctor's note.
Yeah, but anybody could write that note. Like I could write that note.
No, but it has to be on.
Are they going to look?
It's going to
Are
be
they
on.
going to look
It's
and see?
going to be on stationery.
It's on a letterhead. Yeah. You'd have to steal
anyone
letterhead.
can make. Anyone can
Whatever.
Make a
Then if you go
letterhead.
through all that trouble, then fine, get your PTO. But they're just
I feel
deterring people.
If you submit a letter to your HR saying, "Oh yeah, we're sick this day," I don't think the doctor even has the right to say, like, "Yeah, this person came in. I wrote a note." There's patient-doctor confidentiality. It's a game of chicken.
I guess. I don't know. I guess every company's policies are different. Like,
What are you typing, Steven?
I'm responding to a message. Now fuck off.
is it for your Mafia game?
It could be.
Fan base.
It's my fan base.
He's replying to
tried-
Cowboy
I
Mail.
have figured out who Jasmine is, and I'm telling her I'm apologizing for the salacious and creepy old man comments that Angel was making towards her breasts. Telling her it's going to be okay. There's a hotline. I googled the hotline number. It's 188 something 6542.
Just give her the Coin Op Cowboys
Yeah.
HR number.
The HR number. Hi, you had big tits and
Please.
got violated by.
Can I have the HR number as
Yeah.
well, Angel? I'd like to talk about my pay.
Is it still $6.71?
It's still zero.
It's still zero, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
But see, we don't get paid. We just what is it? We increase stockholder value.
That's right. Maximize shareholder value.
That's
dude.
right.
That's the only way to go. If you're not doing that, what are you doing? You know?
Not enough.
Well, thanks for joining me on the dumb train, Angel.
Of course. Of course. Only smart people understand that. All right. Let's go ahead and what do you want to do now? How much? It's been 52 minutes. Let's go to emails. You guys want to talk about emails?
Are they real?
Yeah, they're real, dude.
I don't believe they're real.
Have you tried emailing into the Coin Op Cowboys?
Let me go make a drink because I don't believe these are real, and I need a drink.
Okay, go make a drink. Go make a drink. You're annoying.
What? What'd you say?
Say I love you.
Losers say what?
We should have. That's a good one. You should write that one down, Chris. When we get to our central themes,
Which one?
like jobs that we had before we had our career, like the site, like whatever you would call those.
The jobs that made us.
Right, something like that. Like come up with something snazzy, but it's always fun to talk about those old jobs because it's like you get into the craziest shit when you're working those like high turnover, low paying jobs. Like you just meet the strangest people and you have like just really good stories, or just like I remember working at Ralph's and how like the management that's probably not even making that much money, they have that like authority over you, and how like some of them are cool and some of them are just like power tripping the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the man that stole boxes of chicken nuggets.
Just walked out the door with them, huh?
What?
He was the weirdest dude.
No.
He would always go into his he had like a Ford Taurus. And if you went out there during his break time, he was just rocking out in that thing. And then one day he got fired. I was like, what the fuck happened to Charles? And it's like, oh, you got caught stealing like 3 boxes of chicken nuggets. And there were like hundreds of chicken nuggets in each box. And I was like, what the fuck was he doing with all these chicken nuggets?
I used to have to bag for this old lady who was like super racist. This old lady would come in once a week and she would only buy like Sprite and paper towels and one other thing. And like you had to put the paper bags in the plastic bag, which like I always thought was hard. It was a pain in the ass.
That was a regular thing. I remember that.
Yeah. And so, and she would tell you exactly how each one needs to be bagged. So like, oh, like 1 paper towel and 1 Sprite, 2 liter of Sprite in each one. And you have to do them all in the bag, put it in her cart. And then after that, she had to have you take it to her trunk, where she would like very, very OCD tell you how to put it in her trunk. And if you didn't do it right, you'd take them all out and put them back in. But anyways, I did this for her because I was just like, all right, well, you know, like old lady, you know, clearly she has like an issue, like I'll do it. But I come to find out that I had to do it for her all the time because she was super racist. Like anytime they put anybody of color like to bag her groceries. If they touched her groceries, she would have like a full-on meltdown. And like, I don't want to say what she would say in this because I don't feel like having that recorded, but very racial slurs that they never banned her from the store. But like, she would come in and it'd be like, Steven, come to the front.
Oh, you get called on the overhead.
Yeah, overhead.
With the racist lady.
Yeah, it would just like call. They had a code for it, but like it was like come up like to bag groceries, and like I knew it was always at like the same time every like Thursday night. But that was just you just meet fun people.
So isn't it fascinating that you could work in a grocery store where thousands of different people come in there every day, but it's like a handful of people that you like remember. Those two. Yes.
Yep. So she would, Stephen would do this whole bagging exercise, and then she would get in her car and she would drive the half mile down Diamond Bar Boulevard to where Vaughn's was at, where I would be working.
Wait,
you know her. You know her.
You're a liar.
Yes.
You're
and
a liar.
She would come in and they would say,
way.
Chris, customer service to the front, please. And I would have to come up, bag for her, go out to her car, and it was just like Steven said, paper in the plastic. And then it was like one of those puzzle games where it's a bunch of squares. You got to slide one piece, and you got to get. It was that in the back of her car, and she would sit there, keep organizing stuff, and you're just like sitting there with the groceries.
No,
like,
not right
okay,
there. She'd be like, no, not right there. Put that one further back. Maybe if you turn that one this way, just like. Oh my God, lady! I just want to put this in your car. Get the fuck out of here.
Old lady, glasses, kind of short gray hair.
Yeah, she had like some sort of like I think a green card.
Store, she was buying
paper towels and
Sprite. What was she buying from your store?
So I remember she was not buying paper towels and Sprite from my store. Gosh, what was she buying? I think she was buying cat food, and then I think it was like crackers, like a box of something.
Paper towels and Sprite were cheaper at your store,
something like that.
Cat food,
yeah, and you could tell like when stopping at Steven's store or at my store, you could tell we weren't the first stop. I'm sure she probably hit like 4 or 5 stores a day.
She probably, I don't know, because like the prices change so much at grocery stores that like how could you like have a routine? They like raise the price goes up and down $2 like depending on like the day of the week or like each week they change. I don't know, like maybe to rotate stock. I don't know.
Some people were fucking crazy. Like they knew exactly what was on sale.
They have the ad
and they came straight for it.
The ads come out.
Like
you can get
the ad.
Yeah.
It was like beyond.
They're mailed to your
ad,
house.
I don't know.
They probably were on some online forum where they talk about like discounts and couponing and shit.
It's funny. My I think both my parents are still that way today. Like last time I visited my mom, we went to like 3 different locations because she was like, hey, this store has the certain kind of cheese that I want. This store has the cheaper chips, this, that, and the other. And same thing. So I almost feel like it might be more of a generational thing.
Fuck that shit up in Yucca Valley. It's just Stater Brothers, Stater Brothers, Stater Brothers, Stater Brothers, Stater Brothers.
There's 2. True.
Down that freeway. What's that freeway that just runs through town?
Highway 62.
Yeah, it's just like 10 Stater Brothers on that highway. Mm-hmm. All the way down.
Get all the way to the end. There's the Super Walmart.
Well, if you keep going past the Super Walmart and into like Joshua Tree and stuff, there's more Stater Brothers.
More Stater Brothers. That's right.
They like own that.
Definitely
shit.
more Stater Brothers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite grocery store, I think, out of all of them, because there's no club card needed and is typically just.
Oh, I got so mad at Albertsons a couple weeks ago.
Why?
Because we were checking out, and I still remember this checker's name. Her name's Deborah. And we're checking out. I had like a gift card that worked for Albertsons because usually we go to Stater Brothers. We got our stuff, and specifically, we bought 3 packs of cheese because it was like buy 2 get 1 free. Otherwise, we're not buying 3 fucking packs of cheese. And we're in the checkout process. She's already started scanning items, and I typed in Alicia's phone number for the rewards thing. And then Alicia goes, "Oh, there's no account tied to my phone number." So I go, "Oh no, can we type in another number?" And Deborah, the checker, goes, "Nope, it's too late. You should have put in the right number." And she just keeps scanning. I go, "Excuse me. Well, we bought specific things because of the sales prices." I go, "Nope, you should have done it. Should have done it." I was like, "Well, then take back the cheese." Because I don't want it.
That is not the way it goes. That is not.
It's not the way it goes. It's not the way it goes.
I would talk to a manager right away and just. I'm never gonna fucking shop here.
And number 2, And number 2, there was an account associated to the number. The deals came off. But she was such a bitch. She couldn't say like, oh yeah, it worked. Don't worry about it. It said she was just a bitch. I was so mad. So fucking mad.
So
I almost left the review.
So Ryan, was there...
Weird.
Did you have a reward system for being an Albertsons employee shopping at Albertsons? Was there any kind of bonus perk there?
I think I got like 10% off or something like that.
So
it was something.
So at Vaughn's, they would track every dollar you spend. When you spend $500, you would get a $25 gift card. So it'd just be nice every once in a while. Oh, cool. And then what you do is you take that and you immediately go over and like transfer it into another gift card, and you could do whatever you want with it. Because it would be here's a $25 Vaughn's gift card, and then you take the $25 Vaughn's gift card to go buy a $25 Amazon gift card or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But I heard there was a person in one of the different stores that when customers would come up, that person would type in their own card, and then she was racking up like hundreds of dollars of gift cards a month.
If they didn't have one, like they should,
yeah.
But like that's so dumb. If there wasn't an account tied to it, the next thing they would do is go, "Would you like one? Because I want your email address so I can sell your information."
You want a gas station hack?
Yeah.
We'll talk about this when Angel's away, because this is going to hurt profitability and shareholders.
You already sold the gas. You're hurting Shell.
So you know how like some gas stations, it's like, or grocery stores, it's like, put in your phone number, you'll get a discount at the gas station.
Yeah.
When you're at a gas station that has that, type in 555 555 5555.
Is it just like a generic thing?
Is that your phone number?
No, 555 is an invalid phone number because 555 is
an invalid phone number. But a lot of people have like signed up cards at grocery stores. It's the same thing for a grocery store. So if you go to a grocery store that requires a phone number for like the rewards thing, just type in 555 555 5555 and it'll work.
It'll probably work. Okay.
And because so many people are typing that in, if you go to the gas stations that tie to grocery stores, if you type that in, you'll probably get some money.
Oh, some free
You think
gas.
that they wouldn't have like programmed that into their code, like any 555 number is invalid? Like this is the easiest thing to code ever.
I think sometimes they will go do and wipe it, but so many people do it. That's just the thing.
Yeah.
Pro tip from your boy Ryan, your favorite cowboy. Looking out for you in these tight economic times.
Thank you, I guess.
That could be the move.
I'm here for the people, not the shareholders, Angel.
You're definitely not there for your Panera Bread managing fan.
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
Oh, and now you're admitting to forgetting about your one and only fan. Carl.
Remember Carl? Gavin Newsom hates you. He doesn't want you making $20 an hour.
Carl is just so fat. He probably doesn't even tune in anymore because I said he like confessed like his like fandom to you, and you shit all over him. You shit all over him. And then you say you're a man of the people. It's just like a joke. You're such a liar.
Carl. 555 555.
That's good Panera Bread. Get the, I used to go to Panera Bread a lot, and it seemed like I never motherfucking got any goddamn rewards. You like, they would tell you, oh, you get like random rewards or whatever. Every time I go there, I'm like, do I have any rewards? No.
You gotta go there on your birthday.
Same with Golf Galaxy. Fuck, I spent so much money on my golf clubs and everything. I'm like, what rewards do I have? They're like, yo, you don't have anything yet. I'm like, I've spent like fucking $2,500. Like, what the fuck? Do I get a t-shirt? Well, because like brand new clubs and stuff, I mean, they're fucking expensive. So over the years, I've spent like that. And yeah, where's my fucking free t-shirt, man? They suck.
Yikes.
But they're local.
Gotta get good Marucci.
Eh?
Gotta get good Marucci. Marucci.
Sure.
I never sent you that reel.
I don't know. Also, I'm not cool. I don't know what a reel is. Like, I understand it's like something to do with the Instagram.
It's Instagram stories.
Oh, so is it like a category of stories, or is it just like a story? Is that just another name for it?
It's like short videos, like YouTube Shorts.
It's TikTok. It's TikTok of Instagram.
Yeah.
So the threads.
Yeah.
I downloaded threads and I deleted it because I'm like, I don't know. I have TikTok.
I don't got it.
All you need is TikTok.
Is it banned yet?
Did you see the video of that old Skeletor lady? What's her name? I hate her.
Nancy Pelosi?
Pelosi?
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi.
Skeletor lady?
Like, She's like, we're not trying to ban TikTok. We're trying to make TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe, winner. Did you see that video?
No.
That's hilarious.
Oh, you gotta watch
That's a
that
good line.
It's so terrible. It's so bad.
Ryan, I still don't know why we are not on. You can invest in everything that she invests in. She has like insane
We gotta
returns.
follow her.
Insane
We have to follow
returns.
her. Yeah. Follow her, Steven. I'll throw in serious cash.
Seriously.
In anything she invests in.
You make tons of money, probably.
Oh yeah.
My Reddit stock has gone up and down like $20 each day. It goes like up $20.
It's all,
then down
about
$20.
the Shiba coin, baby. It's all about Shiba coin.
Shiba coin.
I gotta get some more.
Oh my god.
I have 474,000 Shiba coins, Chris.
That's a lot. How much money is that?
Like I put in like $3.
$3. Yeah, I bought $100 of each like crypto. That was like the top 4 cryptos. I'm just like, I'll throw $100 at each one of them. The top 2 are like whatever. They're Ethereum and Bitcoin, whatever. $100 of that is nothing. But then you get like $100 of like Doge coin, and you have like 1 million. So like if it goes to $1 for whatever in stupid reason,
Worth $1.
if it ever goes to $1, like an insane amount of people would be like filthy rich. Like that's not going to happen.
The economy's done.
Yeah.
If that ever happens,
It could go to like
economy's
a cent
done.
or something like that and make everybody a few grand, but I don't know. It's just
I found it.
found what?
Tic-tac-toe better.
Better. Better be.
When she pauses, she like pauses for applause at the end. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I hope sometime in my lifetime they put term limits on fucking people so we don't have these fucking 85-year-olds trying to be cool.
It's fucking insane.
It's like, stop trying to be cool. That's not cool. That doesn't sound cool. You don't even know what TikTok is. You've never even downloaded it before. Shut the fuck up.
Like when they had like the examination of the TikTok CEO, I was like, does the TikTok steal your Wi-Fi? Like what?
So your company is Chinese. I know it's Singaporean. So you give all the stuff to the Chinese. They're like, well, no, we're Singaporean. Like, they don't know the difference. He's like, I'm Singaporean. Like, what does it matter? Someone's stealing the data, or someone's using the data, or selling it to advertisers.
All of your data is stolen.
Like, are they getting in Amazon's face about it? Like, dude, Amazon clearly sells what you're searching to like market you items. I mean,
So I have a question for you.
yeah,
Steven.
sure. Shoot.
All of our data is being stolen on our phones, correct?
Right. To a degree, yeah.
So, are you afraid to go on porn sites on your
Absolutely
phone?
not.
Okay, cool.
I don't give a fuck if somebody knows that I look at porn, or I don't care if they know what kind of porn.
Well, I'm like, anytime I go on porn on my phone, I go on the browser and I clear everything and I restart my phone before I'll ever go into like my banking app or my credit card.
Oh, you're so extra, dude. I'll go on it like I go on it like no VPN, no incognito mode, dude. I don't delete my fucking history. Go on there and fucking see everything back to like 2012. I don't give a fuck.
I don't want them fucking going into my bank account. They got like fucking viruses in here. I don't know.
That's not how the Okay.
I don't know.
If it was that easy, nobody would have bank accounts because everybody would be fucking hacked and stolen.
Yeah.
Or you do, like there's like 2-factor authorizations now. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I never had like the only time my shit's ever been stolen is at like a gas station with a skimmer. That's why I never use my. I don't understand. I really don't understand people who.
I don't use my debit card for anything.
I don't understand people who do, and I'm looking at you, Chris, because motherfucker, I think you use your debit card a lot of places. It's just so risky and so unnecessary. There's no insurance.
I don't. So I've switched to if I'm not paying in cash, I pay with a credit card.
Okay.
With the logic of if something goes wrong, it's the bank's money.
Exactly.
Right. You know how hard it is to get like a couple grand back when your debit card gets fucking jacked?
It's gotta be a nightmare.
I
just use my credit card for everything, and I pay it off every 2 weeks. That's my
way to do it.
thing.
Yep.
I always keep mine within a payable range. I don't know if I necessarily always worry about paying it off because there's so many like automatic charges that like whatever. But it's always within range of like if I need it to be paid off, I guess.
I refuse to pay a penny of interest.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, for me, I pay it, whatever. If it happens, it happens. I don't really...
But the interest is brutal. I feel like when I first signed up for that credit
it's so
card,
bad.
it was like 17%, and I'm pretty sure right now it's like 32% interest.
Yeah, Best Buy will like send me like promos in my emails. Oh, promo! This is a deal. Like look at these fucking interest rates. It's like 22%. Like that's fucking terrible.
That's a
What are you
lot.
talking about?
Yeah.
Well, they're just preying on people
How
that
is that
don't
a
have
deal?
money that
It's so
really
bad.
want to
It's
just
so
get
bad.
something. If they offer like interest-free financing for like so many months, I'll buy something like that. But I hate taking out new credit cards.
I mean, think about that. If you have $1,000 on your credit card, which I mean, that's not that outrageous, right? $1,000 on your credit card. If you don't pay that off, $200 in interest.
No, that's not
crazy.
how it works, Chris. It's APR. So if your interest is 20%,
Annual.
it's divide that by 12, and that's how much interest you. If you have $1,000, then you would have like $12 of interest.
Yeah, but Chris isn't wrong though, because people.
If you leave it the whole year, yes.
people will sit there and let a balance sit there, and it's like, yeah, you're paying hundreds, if not thousands.
Well, a lot of credit cards,
And
they only
that's how
charge
they
you
get in
on.
trouble.
They only can charge you interest on your purchases that month. Like
Technically, it's not. If it's a 20% APR, it's technically not 20% for the entire year, because you're right. You divide it by 12, and then that interest compounds every month. It's technically
more.
a little
It
higher
is
than
more.
20.
But yeah, essentially. But like that used to freak me out because I'm like, oh, it's 23% interest on this credit card. At the end of the month, I have $1,000. I'm going to get 200. Oh my God. Like, no.
No, but it can spiral out of control fast if you're not good at it. Like,
I think my credit, I don't know what you guys, if you even want to talk about it, but like I think my credit card balance hangs out around the $1,500 to $5,000 range quite frequently.
no, mine's zero.
No.
Yeah,
Every 2 weeks.
But every week I have the daycare pop on it. Every week I have groceries, boom, 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 boom. Like, so, like, I feel like so much money is constantly going on it that, like, I don't know. I just pay it off whenever I want. I don't have like a plan.
I don't have a plan, but there's just like, hey, I'm laying in bed at 10 p.m. Oh, I haven't done this in a couple weeks.
Clear. Yeah.
Oh,
I do
Good
it like every week or two.
every morning I get a text message. I set it up so every morning I get a balance text message sent to my phone. So like I can see, oh shit, it's getting up. I got to pay it down.
Well, that would stress me out because I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why? It's good to know what your balance is in case anything weird happens.
I don't know. I don't want. I go in and I look.
Oh, that seems stupid.
You're stupid.
I'm like, oh, it's at $2,500. Let me throw $1,500 at that.
Fucking rude. No, you throw 2,500 at it. You zero it out.
Sure. I mean, you only have to pay off your like statement balance for that month. Whatever.
No, I pay it off in full.
Whatever. It's just gonna go. We use one credit card for everything. It's just gonna go right back up.
I have two. I got my Amazon and I got my Best Buy.
Costco. I have a Costco one, and the Citibank one. Oh, I guess I also have an Amazon one.
My Best Buy card is stupid.
Why?
Because it'll be like, hey, spend $2,000 outside of Best Buy this month. We'll give you a $75 reward certificate. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah.
Well, yeah. I need to get something like that.
Free money. And they do it like every 2 months.
But also, I would never shop at Best Buy.
Neither do I. But what I do with those certificates is I buy, so you get it, and I can buy, either I could just buy a video game or whatever, or I put it on my PlayStation account.
Oh.
And that's how I have all that free money.
Ah.
That's what I call it. So that's my video game budget.
It's not free.
It is, because I'm not paying interest. It's stuff that I'm buying already. I'm not buying more just to hit the limit. It's stuff that I buy every day. Anyway. So it is free money.
I took out some very select cards when it was time to do our wedding because there was like so much like promotion on some of these cards that like if you spend so much money in the first, whatever days, you get like a big bonus, right? So we're like, oh, we're going to have to pay this catering. It's going to be like $12,000 or something like that for the wedding. Like, let's just get these cards out and pay for it and you get all these bonuses. So we paid for like our honeymoon with all those bonuses. But in the wedding industry, they do a little shady shit though. Because they're like, oh, well, if you pay with credit card, it's 3%.
Yeah, I hate that.
You're like 3% on
So-
$10,000.
It's a lot of money.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
But you also don't necessarily
dumb.
want to like drain all your liquid money. You just, whatever.
So anyway, Angel, read your fucking fake email.
Can we see? Yeah, can we hear our emails? I want to check the mailbag. I look forward to it.
Steven started to get interest on the mailbag, so he's suddenly all about it.
What the fuck is it?
Angel, you're so far away from your mic.
I'm right here. Hello.
You got to take the mic out of your mouth.
There you go.
Angel, emails.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Steven.
Yes.
What the fuck's wrong with your hat?
What do you mean, what the fuck's wrong with my hat?
Nothing. Never mind.
What?
Okay. Nothing. All right. Let's open the mailbag. I'm cramping like in my side. It's killing me.
I think he was making fun of the logo.
No, I'm just making him insecure. All right. Let's open the mailbag. Everyone, thank you so much for your emails to the coinopcowboyspod@gmail.com. This email's from Taylor. Oh, and I included some that are like nasty.
Is that male Taylor or female Taylor?
I don't know.
Is it Taylor Swift or Taylor, what the fuck?
Lautner?
Werewolf guy. Yeah, Lautner.
You know what? You tell me after we read this, okay?
All right.
So, hello, Cowboys. Just starting to listen to your podcast, and I've got to say I'm happy to add you to my rotation. Hey, thank you. The mic checks kill me.
Sounds like a dude.
Mic checks kill me. I love the back and forth everyone has. I have a question for everyone. Have you measured your ding-dongs, and are you willing to say it out loud on the podcast? I'd like to guess that Steven is well hung, especially with how comfortable he is with his sexuality, and Angel is the smallest because he's an arrogant capitalist. Keep making us laugh. I really enjoy the content.
So this one's real.
Okay. Listen.
That was from
Angel
Ryan.
would never
What's this guy's name?
say he has the smallest penis. Taylor.
Taylor,
dude.
listen. Do you want to know the length or do you want to know the more important stat? And that's the around. Do you want to know the girth?
Girth.
The girth of the earth, baby.
How do you measure the girth?
Take one of the...
You can only measure the girth if you're a tailor. And
That's what I was going to say is...
Tailor measure.
So, here's a personal story I'll tell you guys. I was back home. I don't know. It was definitely after high school, because in high school, you just think the only thing that matters is length. You want to have like the 12-inch dick, whatever. You think that's the most important thing is how far out it sticks. Then you get to college, you meet some people, and they're like, yeah, well, it's more about the thickness, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm like, well, I want to know like my stats. So I go home to my mom's house, like during the summer or whatever, and she used to like, sew and do all that shit. So she had like this, like, I don't know, like a 4-foot, like, flexible ruler type thing. It's like a roll, and you can like use it and you can do around. It's like a tailor, and I'm like, this is perfect. So I like took it and went to the bathroom and started jiggling around my Johnson. Got it fully erect, and just wrapped that little tape measure around my dick, and
3-inch circumference.
I don't want to just spit out a number because I want to like be accurate. So I'm gonna have to get back to you, Taylor. Like I have another trick for this because like I got older and wiser. You take a piece of string and you wrap the string around your ding dong and you pinch it where it meets. Then you can go to a regular straight ruler and then unfold it and just put it on that to get a measurement. So like,
how many times have you done this, Steven?
I got older and I stopped caring about like the size of my penis. So I'm just like, whatever. It is what it is. Like, whatever. So there's, I'll come back with the accurate stats, but it's at least like 20 inches around, It's just a tuna, just a tuna can.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, and like 2 inches tall.
Dude, it's like 2-inch length. Fine, whatever, That's deep enough to hit the G spot. Just saying. It's 1.5 inches in. Just a fat tuna can.
Well, I think Taylor's in luck because I just reached out of my drawer here and I happen to have a tape measure right here, so we can just do this. We can just do this live, just like right now.
Are you willing to burn it?
Okay, here we go. All right. I'll stop right about there. That looks like
that's like a 12-incher.
10 inches.
That's about
10 inches, ladies and gentlemen. 10
That's
inches.
respectable. That's respectable.
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude. What about you, Ryan?
I mean, I've measured at some point. I don't remember what the inches were, but it is amazing that God has made something that can grow so much in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
with very little effort.
Yeah.
I always thought it would be hilarious for somebody getting married to have the groom and all of his like groomsmen or bachelor party like buy those like they're called Clone-A-Willies or something like that. It's like a clever name. It's a clever name for like a tube they sell on Amazon, and you fill it with like some sort of like skin safe epoxy type shit, and you shove your dick in it, and you let it sit for like, and it like creates a mold, and then you pour another thing in it, and it creates a dildo off your dick. And I always thought it'd be like,
well, how long does it have to sit in it?
I don't know, like a minute or
30
two.
minutes.
What's that movie? They've done that in a movie.
Yeah,
where,
They stole my idea.
Get it off.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I want like all the groomsmen and the groom to do it, and part of her like bridal shower is she has to like pick the right penis.
Oh my god!
Like she has to like pick which one's her husband's.
The controversy.
Also, like, what if there was one that was like just super huge, and they're all like, "Wait, who the fuck is that?" But yeah, that game never got done. I don't know if everybody was super on board.
I think it was McLovin in that movie that had like the biggest one.
McLovin did not.
Yeah, he did, dude.
No, because he was fucking that bitch. He was fucking. Well, yeah, he was fucking the bitch, and she was like, "Is it in?"
Yeah.
Oh, well, who was it? I thought it was.
I don't think any of them necessarily had a big one. They were just like.
No, and then I'm not talking about Superbad. I'm talking about the movie where they did the dong casts.
I don't know, because I never saw that scene, but
I don't know what movie that is. Yeah,
I feel like I remember seeing that on a movie.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Superbad's so good. That's such a.
I didn't realize how good it was until like I watched it a few times back and when it came out, and then it was on Netflix. I'm like, I'll just throw it on. Like me and Richard had been out at the bar, come back. We just like to throw on a movie and just chill on the couch.
Netflix and chill gate.
Dude, we were just and we were just busting up the whole time. I'm like, dude, this is still super fucking funny, and I've seen it.
It's so fucking good.
It is good.
Yeah,
it's really fucking good.
It's a true classic.
It came out in 2007.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Still good.
I think it was voted the funniest movie of all time.
Just
That was like
up there.
it probably universally like accepted, like, right? Most people think it's funny. I didn't know that was Rotten Tomatoes' whole thing. Like when I saw like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, I thought like, oh wow, like that's the grade, right? Like it's 98 out of 100 on like perfect score. No, it just means 98% of the people agree that it's a good movie. Whether they would rate it like a C- or not, that's still a passing grade. So if
I think a C, a C is
so a C is passing. So 98% of people gave it a C grade or higher. Not so it's not technically the highest rated film of all time. Like it's just the highest, like majority liked.
Ugh. Superbad only has an 87% audience score.
Wow.
That's crazy to me.
Step Brothers has 69. What are these fucking idiots?
For the number, baby, for the number.
Step Brothers is like I get it.
Step Brothers is good. No, Step Brothers is fucking
No, because this is the thing. It's more polarizing. Superbad's funny to almost everybody. Step Brothers, I think that humor from Will Ferrell and stuff, it misses for a lot of people. And I'm one of those people that don't really quote. I don't quote Step Brothers. It's not really that funny to me, but it's okay. But some people are like, will kill me if I say that. They're like, no, it's like super fucking funny, and they quote every little fucking line from it. And
no way. When I was in Europe, we went to Bath. It still makes me smile thinking about this. It's probably one of my favorite Europe memories. We went to like the Roman baths and it was super cool and whatever. Well, we walked out and this woman was singing Ave Maria in the middle of the courtyard, and I just busted up laughing because all I could think about was Step Brothers.
But that wasn't the song.
No, that's the song. Whatever that song is.
At the
Maria.
Catalina Y mixer?
Time to say
that one. That one.
That's not Ave Maria.
Yeah. Whatever fuck that song is. That one.
Oh, God.
She sang that song, and it just busted up laughing.
I think I'm more of a Zoolander humor. That's the movie I quote all the time.
Zoolander's a bad movie.
What? No, the second Zoolander was bad. The first one was good.
The first one's bad too, but it's funny. It's fine. It's fine. It's funny, but it's bad.
Hey, who are you trying to convince, us or you?
But Superbad is good and funny. It's a better film.
Mm-hmm.
It received a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. Or wait,
I saw Zoolander 2 only at a preview screening, so it wasn't done yet. It was like 6 months before it came out. And I've never seen the completed film.
Wait, are we supposed to... Which one's more important, the tomato meter or the audience score?
That's the Tato meter is like critics. The audience is normal people.
Okay.
So I value the audience more.
80%. Zoolander.
So it's not as good as Superbad, but I really, really enjoy every time it comes on Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah. I love that it like really fucked with the boundaries of like PC and not PC, and I think everybody looks back on it as like one of the last films that really tested that kind of shit in mainstream. Like, but it was funny. It was, I don't know, it was done well.
Yeah, there's an interview with Robert Downey Jr. in like the last couple of years. It's like, could you guys make Tropic Thunder today? He's like, well, you could. but would you?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the era that Tropic Thunder came out. I was surprised they were able even to do it at that time.
When did it come out?
Like 2016.
Oh,
It came out when Paramount was making Iron Man.
2008, even more so. I guess that was still right before the era. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I just love that Ben Stiller went to Robert Downey Jr. He's like, hey, so I got this idea. You're going to play like a stereotypical black dude. What? But I'm white. Yeah, I know. It's going to be funny, right? And he's like, all right, I'm in. And that's how they got kicked off.
That's when that's like around the time where they stopped making comedies. Have you noticed like comedies don't come out anymore?
Yeah.
Like they don't make comedies anymore.
Are they not money makers or what?
And they're afraid to do it.
Oh.
Like what's the last comedy that came out in theaters? Like I can't think of the last time I went to see a comedy.
The Machine.
In the theaters.
The Machine. Bert Kreischer's The Machine.
Nobody saw it.
No, but that's not.
Saw it because I'm a Bert Kreischer fan. Not great.
Oh, The Machine. It was an actual movie about him going to Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought you were talking about the
He made a
stand-up.
movie. Yeah,
they don't make comedies anymore, and it's a damn shame.
Barbie.
That was
not a comedy.
It was. It wasn't pitched. It's not a comedy, and as like you would think a comedy.
Like I know, like
funny.
it's more of like a drama, like kind of like I'm trying to think. I haven't seen a lot of these. I'm looking up right now, like 2023, like comedies, but like
they don't.
Barbie has like jokes and stuff, but it's not like a comedy, pure comedy. It was like
it was funny. But
social
it's not
movie.
a comedy. Yeah.
There's a movie called The Holdovers. Never seen it. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Never seen it.
Holdovers wasn't a comedy. It's a drama.
Okay. Poor Things. Dude, did you try watching Poor Things? That is fucking...
I loved Poor Things. That was a great movie.
The first like 30 minutes was just like, oh, this is one of those movies that's just going to be super weird for whatever reason.
It is. It's one of those movies that's weird to be weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the
you just
kind
liked
of
it because you got to see like
you
just got to see Emma Stone's like bare ass titties and pussy like a bunch of times.
No, it was a good movie and it was really funny. But it's like if I was to like watch that at home, I probably would have turned it off like pretty quick.
We did. We watched
but because I was in a theater and locked in it, like you're there, and it was great. I loved it. It was good.
Looking, yeah, there's really nothing. The fact that I'm looking at the top 10 comedies in 2023 and I don't really recognize any of them is just like
Like the only one I can think of the last year is Ricky Stenicki, and that's a Prime movie. It's not in theaters.
Some movie called
I do want to watch it.
Joyride.
Joyride.
There is like a lot of like straight to Netflix. Oh, well, I watched that movie, The No Hard Feelings, with Jennifer Lawrence.
That was a comedy. Yeah.
I guess, but it still had like it was still kind of like a mixture of comedy. It's like more comedic relief to a drama. Never saw Joyride. Dumb Money.
Booksmart, I think, is the last comedy I remember seeing in theaters. That was pretty good.
But like maybe Judd Apatow just doesn't.
Judd Apatow doesn't even make anything anymore.
Yeah, that's weird. That is a good thing. Pointing it out. Did you ever watch Asteroid City?
I hated that movie. Alicia likes it a lot because she likes all of that guy's
Wes
movies.
Anderson. Well, I mean, it looks like cool,
I don't
but
like his movies.
American Fiction. Are You There, guys? Margaret, The Holdovers, Barbie. I guess Barbie and Poor Things is a comedy, whatever. Yeah, not like those classics, 40-year-old versions, super bad. Those kind of like just in-your-face comedies to be comedies, like Bridesmaids.
Don't make them anymore.
Yeah, it's because people like. I think. How do people consume their like laughter and comedy? Do you think it's more like stand-up specials now that people like? Are those like a big deal?
I don't know where people get their comedy from.
Or they just like watch TV shows that like they make comedies, like TV show comedies.
Do they make TV show I don't watch TV.
Netflix,
I watch
like anything,
Netflix and whatnot. But are there comedy shows that go on streaming? Like I can't think of any.
Top comedy.
Where has all the comedy gone?
Did you get so I'm reading about here. So Matt Damon, he went on that Hot Ones spicy chicken interview, and he gave his opinion on why there's not good comedies anymore. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's saying the issue here is it's basically that DVDs were a huge part of the business. The concept would be if it bombs at the box office, you get a second chance for the movie to be successful by people buying DVDs. But now that DVDs are more or less obsolete, if you don't hit it in the box office, you're not going to make money, not make a second chance. So they're focusing on more better chance items. Anything risky, they lean away from.
Yeah, not wrong.
Too risky.
I'm gonna go through my AMC app and see what movies I saw in the last year. Ghostbusters is kind of a comedy, but whatever. You like Dune 2, Steven?
I fucking insanely liked it. Probably one of my most enjoyable experiences in a movie theater that I've had in my memories. It was one of my favorite movie going experiences that I've ever had.
I heard you.
That sounded like you didn't because you said,
did you?
I've never heard of this movie.
You didn't heard of Dune 2?
No.
You don't know Dune?
How about Dune 1?
Nope.
Fucking
What is
stupid.
Dune?
There's a show.
Reinfeld. That was comedy. Okay.
There's a show that I was watching with Mel, with Ron Livingston in it, called Louder Milk. And that show's fucking funny. But it's a drama with comedic relief, so I don't know if that's...
Yeah, they don't make like pure comedies anymore.
Right, so...
I'm looking at my AMC app for the last year, and there's not a single movie that we saw in the last year that I would consider a comedy. And we go see pretty much anything major and a ton of like smaller shit because we go to the movies like twice a week.
Okay, let me look at when this movie was made.
Well,
The only one in the last year that I could say as a comedy was maybe Reinfeld. Or
Damn it, time is going by really
Nicolas
fast. I was
Cage
like,
was Dracula.
you know what? It was probably pretty recent. I was like, well, The Hangover, Part 3.
Oh, no, that's not true. We saw The Blackening last June. That was a comedy.
Yeah. Hangover 3 was in 2013.
That was so long ago.
11 years ago. I mean, you would think like the original Hangover, but like that, it's been a while. So I'm like, I was going to say that's one of the last comedies I can think of.
You're not wrong. That is one of the last like major high budget comedies that I can think of.
Although they fucked up the franchise. If they just left Hangover being Hangover, it would have been one of the classics of all time. But because they fucking milked it, like nobody respects it anymore.
I remember when The Hangover came out, they said it was going to be a trilogy. So it was always planned as something.
Wait, right from the get-go? I mean, because that first movie had so much undeniable success.
It just really struck me as like, oh, we're gonna milk this kind of situation. Like the first one did unexpectedly amazing. It's so good.
I'm looking at my 2022 movie list. I see no comedies. Maybe Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Hey, question.
Okay,
What did you think? Sorry to cut you off. What'd you think of Little Miss Sunshine?
I remember liking it way back in the day.
from what I can remember, I liked it. Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. The funniest thing I've seen in a long time.
Fuck, it's like 10 years old, Angel.
Every time it comes on, I watch it and I'm like, this is...
It was in
is my comfort
2006,
stream.
Ryan. It was 19 years ago or 18 years ago.
Well, 2021, we saw Free Guy. That was a comedy.
Free Guy.
Free Guy was pretty good. It's like actiony though with comedy relief. Is Deadpool considered comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Deadpool's comedy.
Um,
I am terrified of what Disney's going to do to that. There's no way Deadpool 3 is going to be any good.
So that's what it's kind of turned into. Is nothing's straight up comedy anymore. Everything is a blend, and the hybrids like are popular, and that's what's happening. Because if it's really risky to
even
make
Seth
a pure
Rogen
comedy,
doesn't do it.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I saw a comedy he was in. He was in a comedy with Charlize Theron where she's like a politician, and he was like her assistant. That was a straight up comedy.
That was a rom-com.
It's a rom-com, but it's still comedy.
Was Napoleon Dynamite ever a comedy?
That's a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other
But I mean, like, did
category would it be
anyone
in?
laugh?
I thought it was hilarious,
Yeah.
but I was also like a 14-year-old stoner and thought it was like the funniest thing ever.
That makes sense.
Maybe I was a
on that,
15-year-old stoner. 14,
So I watched that movie by myself, and I wasn't stoned when I watched it, and I found it very not funny. And then so I told my friends, like, no, dude, you got to watch it in a group of people. And then I realized when some person starts giggling or snarkling or saying a line, then it gets funny.
Yeah, a lot of things are like that. Comedy shows are infectious laughter most of the time.
Like I'll go to the movies by myself. I have zero issue going to the movies alone, but I will not go watch a comedy by myself.
Right. You like to laugh with somebody.
Yeah, because it just feels awkward to sit there and laugh by yourself.
So anyways, back to your original question, Taylor.
Emails.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to disclose my wiener size.
Oh, we were talking about measuring penises. That's what we were.
Tell me when to stop.
So we went to comedy right
also,
away.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people that I know listen to the show don't want to know our penis sizes. So we'll just carry on.
Large.
Just, yeah.
And in charge.
Just large enough.
Just know that the Magnum XL fits on it, you know? It might also fall off too, but you know what? It fits on it, right? You can get it inside.
What other emails you got in that bag, Angel?
Roger, thank you very much, Taylor. Hope that satisfied you.
Helpful.
This one's from Miley.
Oh, you're fucking full of shit, Angel. There's no way so many ladies email us. You're full of shit.
Another fan of Ryan snuffed out before he had an opportunity.
Genre, dude. That's our biggest demographic is women. 78% women listen to us.
Most of the people that I talk to about listening to this podcast are women. So
yep, they recognize good podcast material.
And it's not our wives either, because our wives are like, I got tired of that shit a long time ago.
Yeah,
and you stay up too late doing it, and you talk too loud.
Listen.
That's basically my feedback from my wife.
You got in so much trouble last time. It was so funny.
Oh yeah, I got in so much trouble. And then I got in trouble for I got in trouble for recognizing that I was getting in trouble. It was like so great, so everybody on the podcast is gonna think I'm a fucking bitch. Like, that's fucked up.
That's great.
I'm like, no, babe, it's my fault.
You're like, babe, it's not just the cowboys on the podcast; it's all the viewers too.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't listen anyway, so.
Anyway, what's up, Miley?
All right, Miley. Hello, everyone. I enjoy your podcast, but I haven't heard a poop story in a while. Steven.
Oh, yeah,
Ryan,
fuck yeah. Miley's the best.
You promised a poop story every episode, and now I'm sitting here 6 episodes since the last one. What gives? Anyway, love the show and hope you poop yourself recently.
I would like to personally apologize to Miley. Because I am the one that says it's not a podcast without a poop story.
Yep.
So I have personally let you down, Miley.
So I have a poop story to tell. That's recent.
Hey.
Fuck yeah.
So
Steven to save the day.
I was in a Target, and it was just a normal Target trip. But my coworker previously and during the day had brought some lunch that she thought we would all like because she cooks a lot for her family and she makes really good Mexican food. And we always say like, hey, bring some, whatever, she always brings it, but her fucking salsa is way too fucking spicy. And I tell her every time it's fucking spicy, and she says, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is. It's too fucking spicy. And she's like, it's not. I just put like 4 Serranos in it. It's not. I'm like, listen.
Just 4.
I said, it's fucking destroying me. Like, it's so fucking spicy. And like, she's just like, has a tolerance and I don't, blah, blah, blah. But it's delicious. The flavor is on point. And she made some empanadas, which like some fried, like pizza pocket looking things. And you put the salsa on it and some lettuce and sour cream, whatever. I eat like 3 of these. They're fucking delicious. I just pound them. And I'm fine. My mouth stops burning. And I go home for the day. And I get home. We eat dinner with my family. And hey, let's go to Target. We need to get some things. So I get to Target. And we start walking around the store. And like, we're in the food section. And I just remember like a very sudden cramp like hitting my gut. And I'm just like, and my wife is like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just getting a poop cramp. Let's wrap things up.
The poop cramp.
I was like, let's wrap things up. And she's like, okay. He's like, grab a couple more things, start hitting the checkout. And like, she's like, do you want to go use the bathroom? I'm like, no, I can make it to the house. And I live like 5 minutes from Target, so I can make it to the house. And we're in the checkout line. Of course, it's going really fucking slow. And like every 2 minutes, I'm getting a new poop cramp. Like it goes away and I think I'm good. But then it comes back and just like stabs me in the gut again. I'm like, oh, God. And so like we check out and like I'm just like I squeeze my ass as tight as I can. Like we're walking to the car. I get in the car and we like fucking race home. And she's like, "You need to drive slower." And I'm like, "I gotta fucking shit. I gotta fucking shit. I'm not joking. You know how I get." And like just like fucking zip up the street.
How I get.
Yeah, and like it was like
You know how I get.
it was a mixture of like probably gas and spicy poop cramps, and there was like it's coming. And I couldn't hold it in. Like I couldn't hold it in. We're driving up my street and I just couldn't hold it anymore. And I get out of the car and I start running to my front door and my phone is falling out of my pocket. Like the dog is trying to come out of the garage, like to greet me. And I'm just like, "Get out of the way." And like literally I get to the garage door and it's fucking locked. And like, who locks their garage? It pisses me off. I want to lock. It's like I have to jumble my key, dude. It's like
The butthole already knows at this point. They can't wait any longer.
look, I got most of it in the toilet. Most of it went in the toilet.
Most.
Oh, God.
Most.
And oh man, it was just an aggressively disgusting poop. It was just so
Jesus.
yeah, I can't handle spicy food, and I avoid it all the time because I know it makes me shit myself. And sometimes you just risk it for the biscuit, and thinking it will turn out differently, and it doesn't. But
I've had so many times where I've had that rush to the toilet, and it's like you're like shaking as you like
yes,
take off your belt
Yeah.
and unzip your pants.
you can't get
And,
it off.
as
fast.
you're like as you're like sitting down, like going down to the toilet, it's already
Oh, that was
coming
me.
out.
That was
And I'm
me.
just like, if there was a camera, you would just see a waterfall of shit going into the toilet because it just starts coming.
Most-
It's like, and you're like, it was perfect timing. I had no extra time,
yeah.
not a single extra second.
Yeah, before your butt even touches the porcelain, man, it is just like shooting out.
Shooting out.
It's like, "Oh, are you sick?" No, I'm not sick. It was like a one-time deal, but like that one time was very aggressive. My body wanted it out. So, yeah, there you go. There's your poop story, Miley.
That's great. How recent was this?
That was, I want to say, a month ago.
I had one recently that was extremely disappointing because I was like certain I had diarrhea and I sat on the toilet and it was like "Burp, burp," like 2 little farts. I was like, that was it. Okay. And I sat there for like another half hour. Like, I know there's poop in there because I was having the poop cramps, but nothing ever came out. I was like, what the fuck?
The phantom cramps.
It hurts and I want you out.
I look forward to like the feeling of relief, like when I gotta take a shit, and it's like a big one or whatever. You're like, "Oh, I can't wait," and then it's just like one little turd, and you're just like, no relief. You still feel bloated. You're like, no, it was supposed to be more.
What are your thoughts about pooping on airplanes?
I have not really had much experience. I don't think I've ever done it. Maybe no, I don't think I've ever pooped on an airplane.
Airplanes make me happy.
But I get gas, and usually when I'm at home, I can just fart and get rid of it. But on an airplane, you're being courteous to your neighbors, unless you're Ryan.
Oh yeah, I fart on airplanes.
So it
100%.
just builds up inside me to the point where I have major gas bloat, and then I go to the bathroom, I just rip ass a bunch. But I've never shitted. I'm not a vacation pooper either, man. I'll go a whole vacation without pooping.
Oh yeah, it hides when I go on vacation too. However, the first thing I do when I get into a hotel room, I like to christen the throne.
If I can, you guys,
It's an
you
event.
guys poop on
Yeah,
command.
I at least go sit on it. I might just fart, but I at least sit and see if I can poop.
Is your poops come on command? I mean, I don't like to push too hard.
I can.
Poop on
I mean, if there's something about sitting on a toilet that makes me able to poop. I usually squeeze something
I
out.
remember back in our Vegas days, I would always force one out before we'd go out for the night because I just had this intense no, I don't want to have to take a shit. Although Vegas is a pretty chill place to take a shit because the bathrooms are plentiful there. But you're traveling around and stuff. You're like, oh, I want to, I'm going drinking. I don't want to have to leave what I'm doing. And you're in a club. Back then we go to clubs. You're like, I don't want to shit in the club. So I'd preemptively shit, so I didn't have to do it after. But
I still feel betrayed, Steven.
why?
Well, I think it was one of the football, a Super Bowl, where we were having a dip contest.
Yep.
Or something.
Yes.
I don't know. But you brought this sour cream looking, very innocent looking dip.
Oh yeah, that's a special recipe.
And I had some, and it was the spiciest bullshit I ever had.
Was it?
So betrayed.
I don't make that
Yeah,
that
it was
spicy.
so spicy, I almost threw up.
Really?
wild.
That's crazy because it's like a 3-ingredient dip. It's one of the best ones you can ever make. It's really simple. You take sour cream, serranos, and some salt. And you take half the sour cream and you blend it with serranos to your spice level that you like.
Well, whoever blended it is a psycho.
You don't know. Sometimes when you first make it, it's not that spicy. But then as it sits and the oils from the serranos like bleed into the rest of the sour cream, it can get really intense. But you do that. So when you first blend sour cream, it'll get really liquidy and like air will get in it and stuff. It fucks up the sour cream really good. That's why you only do half of it. Because then after it's done, you mix in the other half of the sour cream and it's like a good consistency. And then you put some salt in there to taste. But that with like the ruffles, dude, it's money. And it's so simple.
It was wild, dude.
But yeah.
It looked just like sour cream. It just looked just like sour cream. And I took a bite. I'm like, fuck this, dude.
Why is this so hot?
It hurts so bad.
I'm surprised. I would have thought you were like a spice guy.
Oh no, I'm a little bitch with spice. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I've just stayed away. Like my max spice that I'll do is like Frank's Red Hot. That's like, I know that's going to be okay. Or sriracha.
What about In-N-Out peppers?
Nope. Those will fuck me up.
They're fucking hot as fuck, aren't they?
Oh, those are super hot.
I'll get the hiccups.
All my coworkers said they're not that hot. I was like, you're fucking full of shit.
Yeah, but some people will just like eat serranos as like a vegetable. So.
Ugh. Who decided that was like edible?
A serrano?
Isn't that like a defense system? It's like, yeah, if you eat something and it like hurts you, who was like, oh, this wasn't so bad. I'll eat it again.
1,000%. It was just dudes competing to see who could eat that spicy shit. Like even back in the day, they were just having a dick measuring contest with the peppers. And that's how it came about.
That makes sense.
Plus a little bit in a recipe will make the recipe nice. So
yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Miley,
Miley.
right?
Send pics.
Is that a really racist pinup girl on your wall, Ryan? For the Indian woman up there.
It's been on there since like the beginning of the show.
Ryan paused for me.
Artwork, bud.
Ryan paused on me like in the middle of like his gigantic smile. It was like it looked so happy. He just keeps freezing. I get like one frame every 10 seconds.
It's your shit internet, Steven.
It's not mine. Chris's
future internet fixed.
Chris and Angel are perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have had internet issues in the last week.
Chris is in like 10K, by the way.
10K.
So good. It's because I got that fiber, baby, for the fans.
Oh, did you finally upgrade your internet?
Yeah, man, dude, my I'm running at 950 megabits upload and download.
Yeah,
for democracy, baby.
Your stream was always you've been the sketchiest internet connection for the last like 5 years. Like when we
There's no way. Stevens was by far the worst.
Mine's okay. But Chris goes robot.
No, during Diablo 4 time, I had the worst.
Yeah. I had decent internet, and then like I was paying way too much, and they didn't give a fuck because they're the only provider on my street. So I said, well, I don't want to pay that much. Like, well, you can always go back down to like a basic plan. And I'm like, how many megabits is it? And it was like enough that it should be fine. But like once I went back down to it, it's been sketchy.
Spectrum keeps like spamming me.
Why?
With like some like fucking bill. Like not like a pay bill, but like a government subsidy bill that's expiring. Like, oh, your bill's going to go up because the government subsidy's ending. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's expensive. Don't fucking raise it. Piece of shit.
Yeah. So is there any more mail? I'm like, I love the mail. It's fun.
Yeah, there's more mail. I just got to keep talking. I'm the only one home. Brayden doesn't go home
He's
till
busy
like
writing it.
I gotta go take a
Bum, bum. Dude, so guys, so Helldivers, game of the year right there.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if Steven knows or appreciates its greatness, but
I love that game. And I love hopping on with you guys. I was talking to Ryan last night, and I was like, for me, gaming is just all about playing with you guys. So Helldivers balance things out, and I think my biggest issue with Helldivers was you were locked into like one loadout, like one kind of build. And then last time we played, we had all kinds of different configurations, and I'm like, I'm cruising around with a freaking laser cannon, and that's viable. You're cruising around with like a shotgun or something. Your brother has like a grenade launcher or an anti-cannon, like. So it's fun. I love the variety of it now, and the difficulties balanced. That like, hey, I'm just casually playing, so level 5 is fine. Before I would be casually playing and just wrecking level 10s. I shouldn't be able to do the hardest difficulty after 2 hours playing the game.
Have you seen their social media?
No.
Is it rough?
their social media is amazing.
Like Instagram?
Because no, like Twitter and whatnot. Because like they'll sneak shit in, right? Like the flying bugs and like laser beams are coming out, right? And like sniping people. And then people like go on Reddit and Twitter and be like, "Oh yeah, there's like I saw flying bugs," and like the official Twitter will be like, "No, the bugs don't lie. You're a bug apologist. Like that's not for democracy. Like it doesn't exist. You're lying." And now people are like, "Hey, we're launching all these nukes. Is it unhealthy for humans?" Like, "Oh no, it's perfectly fine. Keep launching the nukes. Like
I love what you're doing." Definitely the corniness of it makes it great. Like, hey, you too can spread managed democracy. And, it's all good laughs.
It's so good. I'm really glad that game actually was a good time and everyone's enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. If only we could play 8 people, that would fix it.
What game?
No, the internet doesn't want us all to play together at once. That's not allowable. Unless it's a super shitty game.
All right, let's go ahead and plow on.
Let's do them all.
Where the fuck is all this email coming from? You're full of shit. There's no way.
I ran a Google Ads. I ran an ad. Yeah. So email from Michael. Hello, Cowboys. Listening
Michael
to past
who?
Episodes. I don't know, Michael.
Is this a Mike fan that we know?
Is this Fall 49ers?
No. It wasn't. It's not.
Remember, 3-month ban.
Yeah.
2 more months to go.
It's like it's done. I think it's done.
Yeah, I feel like the 3 months has been over.
Yeah, when was the last episode that came out? Yeah, it's been 2 months. Okay.
Dude, Super Bowl was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So, email from Michael. Hello, Cowboys. Listening to past episodes, I noticed you use Twinkies to wager on football. Any particular reason? My league bets are settled with butt-chugging whiskey. I don't know how true that is. This makes for wild parties, and I'm wondering if you would consider implementing butt chugging in your leagues.
I know. Yeah, my first instinct was thanks for the invite. I love butt chugging whiskey, so it is a wild time.
So who started the Twinkie bet in the league?
I think I want to say it was the Twins introduced it.
Yeah,
and
they were doing it to each other, I think.
Yeah. So the reason why did he ask why we do it?
Yes, that was his question.
Well, because we had people in the league that didn't really they weren't really even that happy to pay money for fantasy, and to lose $5 on a bet or $10 on a bet, like really nothing to them. So they wanted to take it to the next level of, okay, if we're not going to bet money, like we need to bet something else, like in humiliation is what like we chose. So they would bet enough Twinkies that when you film it, it's embarrassing because you're shoving all these Twinkies in your mouth and you look the way you look, shoving 5 Twinkies in your mouth. And also it kind of turned into this whole thing. Well, like, I think I could fit 6 in my mouth at one time. And, there was like a little bit
quickly got the stupid numbers very quickly.
I don't think I could even fit 3. I like very confidently thought I could put at least 4 in my mouth. Big mouth.
Yeah.
Thought I could put 4.
Yeah. It piled up pretty quick.
And then also I'm like, I got like a little up, like I was like, well, that's a lot of calories. That's like a lot of sugar, and I'm trying to be good. I'm like, but I owe a Twinkie bet. So I just shoved my mouth full of Twinkies and just like smeared it all over my face and tried my best to make it sexual, and then I spit it all out. I swallowed some.
But the
like,
worst, like I spit it out too, but it's like eventually you put so much in there, like it forces its way down your throat.
Oh, that's the good part.
You
could do that trick at the whiskey butt chug party, and I think it would be extra wild times.
Now here's the ironic part for Mike. So we did have one of our Twinkie bet losers. They lost their bet. They stated that the grocery stores were out. There was a pandemic of no Twinkies.
I could not find them.
So
found them everywhere.
And do you remember how long that took? I think it was legit like 4 weeks. 4 weeks to find the mythical supply of Twinkies.
It was like a week.
Oh, it was much longer than that.
I don't know because I feel like
not.
I saw them that same day. He said they didn't have them. I like looked in the store and I was like, yeah, they're here. He's just being a bitch.
But I was asking a question.
You're all the way out in bumfuck.
Like, why do you go to the grocery store looking for Twinkies? We all know they're at your local gas station, especially if you can get like a Love's or a Phillips or whatever those big trucker stations are.
They're
That's
definitely
way more
at grocery
expensive if
stores.
you're buying the 2 packs of fucking Twinkies. You gotta buy a box of Twinkies.
Oh, okay. Is this a financial thing now? The Twinkie
100%.
market? There's
It's kind of funny because around Christmas, didn't they have like the Twinkie like triple dozen pack or something, like a long box of Twinkies.
I didn't know there's a Christmas special on Twinkies.
I just saw it like during Christmas time when they sell like oversized packages of stuff, like the big Reese's cup and stuff like that. I saw a big ass box filled with Twinkies, and it was very long. And I think a couple of the
Do you
people
know
posted
anybody that likes Twinkies? Like
They're not
regularly
awful.
have Twinkies.
I wouldn't.
I
But
actually
they're not
like
good.
Twinkies. I like them.
It's kind of like a
Do
McDonald's
you have
cheeseburger
Twinkies
for
in
me.
your house to snack on?
No, because that's like grotesque. But they're
Nobody has like
Never goes
30
bad.
bags of Sour Patch Kids.
good. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, sure. Well, we're not animals, Steven.
He's on the highway to diabetes.
I do have a confession.
What?
Before the Twinkie bet, I had never tasted a Twinkie in my
What the
life.
fuck?
What?
But also,
Yeah.
Chris
And
has like a
Yucca Valley.
really weird palate for sweets that I didn't know about until we did the Halloween episode, and he just like hated every candy.
Yep.
I was like, "What's wrong with you?" Like, I think somebody like literally put a dick up his ass while he was eating a candy bar as a kid, and now he has this weird food aversion.
yeah, that about sums it up there.
That's penis shaped.
You know, you want a candy bar? And he's like, and it, like, you know, like a film, like Dark Noir, like it fucking crosses across his face, and it goes black and white, and he's like, I can't eat candy. Why? You wouldn't understand.
It reminds me of that Chris D'Elia bit.
Yeah.
He's like, the guy's like, I fucking hate, what is it? Butterfingers. And it's like, dude, what happened to you and Butterfingers?
Yeah, I need to know.
You know, there's a certain edginess too.
You ever had a chocodile?
A what?
A chocodile.
No, what is that?
There's like a chocolate covered Twinkie. It's pretty good.
Ooh, speaking of things that look like anuses, have you ever had a chocolate covered orange?
No.
I have.
No.
That I have.
Oh, they have chocolate. They have chocolate anuses you can buy as well.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I mean, too bad it couldn't be like yours, but I just want to know who the person was that sold them the mold.
The model for it.
Like how and how much did they get paid for that?
I don't know.
They probably got paid less when they said, "Please don't disclose my name," though. Like, I mean, like, think about it. If you're in that position, I'm sure, like, it's probably something along the lines of, I don't know, $30,000 for using your name, or no, let's see here. It would probably be $50,000 for using your name, $30,000 for not using your name. Which one would you guys go with?
I want everybody to know that's my anus.
There
For
you
sure.
go.
And then when they're
All
eating
right.
it, like, they know it's mine. I'm like, you're eating my ass, you little fucking nasty bitch.
Enjoy it.
No, whatever.
I think there's a certain edginess about the Twinkie bet too, because anyone I come across, I'll just casually, like with my neighbor, I was like, "Oh, Charger's gonna win a Twinkie bet." He's like, "You have my attention. Like, what is a Twinkie bet?" And I was like, "Well, we both pick a side, and the loser is to go down the store and buy a bunch of Twinkies and film and see how many they can shove in their mouth." Like, wow, that's like, I don't want to lose that, but I'm also interested in being a part of the bet.
I'm not going to lie. I would, when it gets to the point where you have to pay up, I would much rather give that person like $50. I'm not even kidding. Like, the Twinkie bet is like, you dread
Embarrassing.
fulfilling that bet. Like, you're like, oh my God, I fucking don't want to do this at all. And you're like, can I just give you money?
Especially Mike, the problem is in our annual shit show group chat, everybody is a scribe where they save and download all of these movies. So we have this library collection of all the different people that had to do the Twinkie bet, and they just pop up periodically, I swear.
Oh, yeah, certain things do pop up periodically, and I'm sure
Yes,
it's going to pop up again. Speaking of anuses, I'm
Every
sure,
Thanksgiving.
I'm sure. I'm sure this weekend I will be posted because
Oh, that's right. It was April, wasn't it?
somebody will make a happy birthday from Steven card with my butthole proudly displayed.
That does sound right. That does sound right. Now, Stephen, with that being said, I could have swore, wasn't there someone who messed up the Twinkie bet first? Like, we all knew you had to just shove them in your mouth, but didn't someone like just eat them one at a time or something?
I know somebody did, but I don't know if there's rules whether you can eat them one at a time.
Yeah, I don't remember who did that.
Was
Like, you just have to eat. Like, they took it as you just have to eat 6 Twinkies or whatever
Yeah.
the number
It
was.
was like the most. It was like the most boring.
Oh, that was
video
Josh.
ever.
That was
It
Josh.
Yeah, it was Josh.
It was
that's
fucking
right.
Josh.
They were like,
And he's like, okay,
yeah,
I guess,
doing it wrong.
I guess I'm gonna like fucking pay my debt, and he's like casually just eating Twinkies. Like, no, this is not.
Took him like an
Like,
hour.
he was like enjoying it.
He has a fork and a knife out, just like cutting it.
Candlelit dinner. Yeah. Yeah, Fan Mike, you should try it. Just pitch it out there. You'll get some interest, and between you and the Cowboys, just know that 5 is probably the max. So make sure you bet them 6 or a little bit over that, so that they can struggle. And it's got to be on video. That's the big thing. Got to videotape it.
Pivot the snowballs.
Yeah.
Oh, the snowballs.
I think ding dogs might be like a cool thing to do. I mean, it's all
I do like
dark.
ding dongs.
Looks
Ding
like
dongs. I like ding dongs.
Only when they were in the foil wrappers, though, because the new ones.
Yeah, when after Hostess went bankrupt, it was never the same. Something changed.
There was a specific crispiness to the chocolate that was on the old ding dongs that the new ones just that don't have it.
We also got to roll it up into a ball and throw it at people. And it was great.
Did anybody else used to eat a mouthful of Skittles just to make a big Skittle ball in their mouth?
Never.
Skittles are horrible.
Just me.
No.
Skittles are.
You don't like Skittles, Chris?
No, they're terrible.
It's just too much red.
They're one of the worst candies out there.
Skittles are amazing.
Yeah.
I love Skittles.
Starburst, Skittles, all that shit's so bomb. But
what? So
Starburst I could do without. Skittles are phenomenal.
Ryan, do you chew Skittles or do you just suck on those things till they disappear?
The
You
fuck?
chew on them.
What kind of monster are you?
chew on
You chew them,
Skittles.
motherfucker. That's what I would do. I put the whole entire bag, the little fun size bag. I put all 15 of them in my mouth and chew them into a ball. And then I'd have a big Skittle ball and just chew.
No, I eat one Skittle at a time.
Monster.
Like a human being.
Nobody just eats
chew
one
them
Skittle
forever.
at a time.
Because if you eat an M&M, for example, it'll break right apart. Chew it, no problem. But a Skittle, any Skittle you eat is going to take. It's like chewing cud. You're slowly chewing it to work it down.
What are you talking about? No.
Chris doesn't enjoy life. Water? Ugh.
Iced tea.
Iced tea, though. All right, next mailbag. Who was that again?
That was Mike.
Oh yeah,
That was
Michael.
Michael.
Back from his band.
That's the word. That's
Thank
the
you,
point of the
Michael.
Twinkie bet.
Michael. Oh, very good.
And nobody loses a butt chug of whiskey. I mean, you're only going to get happy. I mean, maybe if you chug too much up your ass. I heard that. I've never personally done it, but I heard you can get way too much alcohol in your system if you put it up your butt because you don't have a liver in your butt.
You do not have a liver in your butt. That's correct.
Oh, is that how that works?
What is going on?
It absorbs
Anatomy class.
Well, your liver can only everything goes to your liver, and your liver processes so much power. Yeah, it doesn't. Just all straight to your bloodstream. Your liver
Don't
doses
have a
you.
liver in your butt. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
That's correct.
Killing it, man.
I was in AP anatomy in high school. What were you doing?
I can see that.
No, I was stupid. I took life science. I wasn't even good enough for biology. I took life science, and we all knew we were dumb.
I'm starting to see. It started to all make sense where Ryan was like, "Oh, if I could be any of those things, I'd go with the dumber one." I feel like that's just his comfort zone. So
Yeah, and Ryan also went and got his teaching credentials, right?
I am certified by the state of California to educate the youth.
You just sound like the perfect person that should be educating our children.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, you got to let them know the butt doesn't have a liver.
I couldn't even make it to biology, but I will teach 6th grade.
But see, Ryan, if you have a teaching credential in California, does that basically mean you can teach anywhere in the country?
Yes.
I mean, aren't the California ones little A++ on the other opportunities?
Here's a little fun
think so.
exercise for you guys. What grade, no preparation, do you feel like the max grade you could comfortably go into that classroom and teach all curriculum?
All curriculum.
Yeah, without any preparation.
3rd grade's my max.
You think 3rd grade is your max? Because in 3rd
That's where
grade
I
we
hit
were
that.
learning to do you were adding I remember in 3rd grade you were still doing
That's where fractions come into play.
almost. I think it was 3 plus -1. You kind of had to start doing that, or what's 0?
You definitely get into multiplication and division.
Going
in
into
3rd
negatives.
grade.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So 3rd
that's
grade.
the max for me, for sure.
I think I'm very comfortable going up to 8th grade
You're full shit.
without any
I-
preparation.
I was also going to say junior high. I think I feel extremely confident in up to 6th grade, and then junior high, I was like, yeah, I think that's where it might get a little dicey, but I think I can dial it in.
Most of it is just reading out of a book, right? A lot of it's just memorization of some simple concepts, but the math.
Spoiler alert, that's all it is. Because
No, I think you need to know
all
your
the
math.
students have it. No. Well, math, yes. But for every other subject, the students have their textbook, right? The
Read.
teacher has the same textbook, but it's the teacher version, and it outlines everything.
Yeah. So,
So
but
all
like
they
being a
have to
good
do is
teacher is
follow that.
like figuring out how to like deliver that material
Yep.
to your kids, right?
Correct. Being a good teacher is that.
But like as far as math
There's
goes and
plenty
being
of
able to do
teachers
all the
who get
problems
by
and
just
know
by following that.
and teach the concepts, like I don't know if that's super easy. I don't think without preparation. And I got up to like linear algebra in like college, so I didn't understand it fully. So
Well,
The thing about teachers.
I'm looking here at this list online. It says typical math progression. So arithmetic pre-algebra is 6th to 9th grade, algebra 1 8 to 10, geometry 9 to 10, algebra 2 10 to 12, trig pre-calculus 10 to 12, and then calculus would be 12 or college level.
I never got past algebra.
And I think of that, I knew up to like algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, those were dialed. And I think trig, I found that fairly interesting. It was after trig when I had to go into calculus is where I was like, okay, this is the stopping point. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. But before that, it was all dialed.
So like I thought like getting back to like linear algebra would be like, because I was doing calculus forever in college, and then you do like multivariable and you do all those different fucking classes, and then you get into like the weird shit at the end. And it's like, oh, linear algebra. Like, no, this is just weird fucking shit. And you're just playing around with variables a lot to like, I don't know. It was just very weird. And I didn't like it. Oh, it comes after calculus 3. It's linear algebra and then ordinary differential
Calculus
equations.
3.
Oh gosh.
What the fuck?
Different-
You had to civil engineering. You had to go that deep.
No,
didn't you?
you go calculus 3, which is the weird one. Calculus 1 is derivatives, then calculus 2 is integrals, and then you do calculus 3, which is all these like theorems and proofs and weird things, and then you get to like multivariable calculus. So on this site, it says calculus 3 is multivariable, but like no. And then you get to linear algebra, and then you get to ordinary differential equations. When I got to differential equations, I was like, I just need to get like a passing grade in this class and get the fuck away from it, because it was getting really fucking weird.
I never would have graduated college.
And you can't use it for anything in real life.
No, not unless you're like pursuing like something super advanced or whatever. I'm sure computers can do it a lot better than you, but you have to understand the concepts, I guess.
What grade is that, Chris? What do you think?
I think same with Steven. I think I could get up to 8th grade confidently. I think
Which is just algebra, straight up algebra. Like is 8th grade.
Yeah, exactly. Because you get geometry is typically 9th. Yeah, so algebra I feel like I would crush. Geometry I feel like I could handle too. Trig is where it would get a little research.
Actually,
needed.
algebra is freshman year of high school, but some people take it early.
That's
depending on their like advancement. So I took algebra in the summer before freshman year of high school. Like I took like a special summer class, and so my first high school math class was geometry.
Did any of you get into GATE?
Yeah, I was in GATE.
Was it weird?
I don't know what it is.
Nothing. It was just like in my school, like 30 of the more advanced kids, like the kids that were learning at a higher level, were put into something called GATE. And so like they stayed with those 30 kids, and they put them in like a little bit tougher curriculum to like push them along. So
Was it weird?
No, it wasn't. The only thing that sucked was like everybody else at the school was like had a normal social life, but like they kind of isolate those like 30 or 32 students that are in advanced like classes. And so those are the only kids you're hanging out with most of the time. And so everybody else just like, oh, you guys are like GATE geeks, and your only friends are those. And the cool kids were definitely not in the GATE classes. And those are the kids I wanted to hang out.
I had a weird string of TikToks come by a week.
They were trying to say some sort of conspiracy into that, but I was like, I was
and it was like, yeah, were you in GATE? They put us in like these weird windowless rooms, and it was weird.
It was a normal
and I was
fucking
like,
classroom.
I remember GATE. But I wasn't in GATE. So I was like,
it was a normal classroom.
it
They just separated you, I guess. But there was no weirdness.
That was my interpretation as a kid. But then the TikToks like, was it weird?
It's basically like, let's make you read harder books. Let's try to teach you algebra in 7th and 8th grade. You know, shit like that before the other kids are doing it.
Yeah.
But there were like some kids in my class that were like extremely gifted. And I definitely saw a correlation between like some of the people that were like the smartest kids in junior high, like were like batshit crazy.
That's how it goes. Can't have both.
Yeah, like you're just too smart. Your brain is like just too, it's working at a high level and you're not ready for it emotionally.
Okay. Next email, Angel.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. All right. Thank you, Michael.
Michael. Yep.
We're still on
Twinkies
Michael?
to math.
Yeah,
That was
because
still
we're
Michael?
on a huge tangent.
We could,
We haven't read this
yeah,
one.
let's do it.
This one is, I don't know how real this one is either. I think it's a joke. Email from Dennis.
The Menace.
Holla, Cowboys. I was really impressed with Steven's ability to rattle off football players last episode when Chris tried to pick a bone with him.
Ha!
Ever thought of starting a football podcast? The gay community needs representation, and there's not many out there to listen to.
There's just, I know everybody wishes that my asshole was open for their cocks because I know how many people just want to drive it home. They listen to me, I sound hot. They look at me, I look hot, and they just know that I'd be a really good fuck.
Oh, okay. You know what,
if only you shared the dick information.
If I told
the
the dick,
whole package.
Chris, if I said the dick information, those emails would be
Tell me when to stop.
flooding.
If anyone in our group was ever to come out and be like, you know, I've liked men, I'm going to embrace it now. I wouldn't be surprised if it was you.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I've heard for a long time. So
It's only a matter of time.
the pussy prevails, guys.
Man, see, and it was funny because I remember I got a lot of flack for, hey, you're not really picking a bone, you're trying to do this, and then Steven didn't even want to do it, and I was like, oh, let's see how it goes, and he ended up getting like all of them right. And it was ironic because deep down I was like, you know what, I think Steven's pretty knowledgeable about this type of stuff, like when we talk football, but let's see if pressure's on, if he can handle
Right.
it. And of course he
I
did.
remember it being impressive.
So Dennis, I would love a football podcast, but so many other people do it a lot better than I could, and I don't have the dedication. But I feel like I'd be a good I don't really consider, I don't know how you guys consider yourselves, but like I consider myself in like life as like a support character, like as if RPG, like, you know, type of player. I'm like, I'm a good support character, you know, like I'm not going to maintain life ever, but I'll heal it and be a good support guy. I'd be like utility. But like, I think that's just kind of how I approach with life. So if I were to do a football podcast, like I would love to join someone who really had a passion for making it and doing it. And then I would be like the color or the flair.
You could join the Niners Lounge.
No. I don't join shitty phone podcasts that sound like you're recording in a New York City subway.
So the other day, it was like 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I was like, you know what? I want to listen to the Niners Lounge post Super Bowl podcast.
Excuse me, what did you say?
I remember this.
And you know what, Michael? I know you're listening.
Did you say?
I know you're listening, Michael.
Post Super Bowl podcast.
Post Super Bowl.
And I'm
yeah.
very disappointed that the Niners Lounge did not post a post Super Bowl podcast, because there certainly was a podcast that was titled "The 49ers are making it to the Super Bowl,"
Yep.
but there was no follow up to the Super Bowl.
You know, Ryan.
Write in and explain why. You're allowed to write in again.
So what would you call?
Write in and tell us why.
What would you call something that like only talks about stuff when it's good?
Oh, Fairweather.
Niners
It's
Lounge?
a Fairweather podcast.
That's the word. That's the
Fairweather.
word. I was
That's
like
fighting
thinking of.
words.
Like, yeah, what's the word for when people only are happy when things are good? They don't like when it gets bad. They just run for the hills. It's like fair weather,
You know,
which I'm not surprised. They're
Niners
Niner
Lounge,
fans.
the Niners Lounge claims that they're not just fans, they're not just a podcast, it's a lifestyle. But as soon as they lost the Super Bowl, you abandoned them. Where's the post Super Bowl podcast? Tell me.
That's a fair question.
Valid.
You know, I'm trying to look up the Niners Lounge podcast at all, and I can't even find them right now.
They need a producer.
They're on YouTube.
They're on
and
Spotify.
Check it right now. Check right now. Show on the camera.
I think they have 5 episodes on Spotify.
They got banned for using
more
the
than on
49ers name.
Because it
Disgraceful.
looks like it got pulled off Spotify.
No, I looked it up the other day because that's where I looked for the post
It's right here.
Super Bowl
Yeah.
podcast.
How come I can't?
Here,
I can't.
I'll show you.
Like, so how many episodes they have? They have 5 right now.
I think it's 5 on the Spotify.
There you go. All right.
It's a nice logo. They have a good logo.
Just
It should be like
logo.
brought to you by Nokia
Wait,
cell phone.
who's Ron E. Niner?
There's a grand total of 5 episodes. Dude, how many weeks of the season were there? There's 17 regular season games.
It's because it was all on YouTube, and then they're like, "Why aren't you putting it on Spotify?" And then they put it on Spotify.
You know, it was really hard to set up the iPhone on the table and record him.
Angel, when you were sharing screen, what music were you listening to there?
I saw that. I noticed that too. It was like the ghouls and monsters or something.
No,
What was
it
that?
said intrepid assholes.
Intrepid as that's a podcast that my buddy started, a D&D podcast that I'm trying to listen.
This is how Angel like does so much, and he plays so many different games and digests so much content, is because while he's doing this, and probably while he's doing everything in life, he is playing and listening to like 3 different things at all times.
At 2 times speed, baby.
At 2 times speed.
Oh,
It's
you're a
like
fucking psychopath.
he's playing Minecraft.
Psychopath.
He's playing
How
Minecraft.
do you know? I'm not playing Minecraft.
He's playing Minecraft while listening to another podcast while doing this podcast, and he probably has like a book next to him that he's flipping pages on.
No, not right now. But yeah. It's multitasking, baby. All right, very good. Let's see. Where are we? That was Dennis.
Thanks, Dennis. Insightful and
The menace.
amazing take on me. It's very original to think that I am secretly gay.
I like how Chris was worried, like, if we have enough time, it's 2 hours, 20 minutes.
This will be the
Just call it the email episode.
no, just call it the mailroom.
Yeah.
The Cowboys go to the mailroom, and it'll be a very popular episode.
That's it.
The Pony Express arrives.
Ooh, Cowboys. All right. 1, 2, 3 more. All right. This email's from
What
Riley.
the fuck?
Miley and Riley getting real original with these
Riley.
fake names.
Yeah, super original, dude. Hello, Cowboys. I really enjoy the silly banter, but love Chris's decisions were made segments. They're always
Fake.
so detailed and remind me why I became a history professor. Keep stoking that fire.
Oh,
Boom. You're welcome. What was this fan's name?
Riley.
Riley.
dangerous,
Oh,
Chris. It could
sounds
go
like
either way.
sounds like
It could be boy or girl.
you know what? This is a name that I feel like it may be fake because of specific reasons.
Non-original.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
You know, so
Paying-
I'm telling you guys, dude, there's people out there who just love it. They love hearing me talk about other people's stories. It works. Sellable.
yes.
So
All right. Yeah, when we were talking about what you can teach, it reminded me of this one. I'm like, oh, this one's coming right up. All right, this one's from Amy. This is a bad one because you guys, I think Steven was asking about bad ones.
Yes, I want the bad ones. I love bad
Oh,
ones.
it's not for you though; it's for me.
Oh, okay, cool.
he's probably calling you out.
It's
You're
not the
stupid.
perfect order.
SD 5566782.
This one's a bit woke. I don't even want to read it.
Just read it.
Read
Come
it.
on. It's important
already
to know.
started.
It's important.
Amy.
Thanks,
Amy
Riley.
wants her voice
Glad
to be
you like
heard.
it.
Yeah. We don't
Heard.
shy away. We don't shy away.
Heard wants to be heard so hard right now.
We don't shy away from this.
Amy said, I popped in to send a message to Angel. I hope you dies. Fucking doesn't know how to spell. In the pit of your own bullshit. Capitalist scum. Burn in the money you rape from good people. Fuck you and leave Steven alone. There's nothing wrong with being gay and your homophobic violence. The others shouldn't allow.
These are just our friends trolling. They get together and write emails to this show.
Just so we can read them out loud.
Probably. I don't
Great. Dude, I love that constructive
I'm
criticism
saving
on there. Very
I'm
direct.
saving my coming out story for episode
That
69.
was great.
know. That was great.
That was great. That was a good one.
For episode 69, that's great. All right. So, thank you, Amy. Go fuck yourself. Now, the last one, this is from Tony. Hi, Cowboys. Hope you can give me some advice. I just moved to a new state and don't know anyone. I just got a job in New Mexico as a scientist testing batteries and really need
What?
some new friends.
Testing batteries.
Batteries.
Yeah.
Oh, I have some advice.
Batteries?
Do you have any tips? I tried church, but there are only old people. I'm 25, and the local bowling alley's full of old people too. Anyway, love the show and thank you in advance for your answer.
I have
How
a great
do you
answer.
make
Let me.
friends
I
these
will.
days?
I will go first, Ryan. Thank you.
Go for it. You piece of shit.
I think we'll
You
have.
make friends.
Listen, I don't think this episode's going to have a lot of advice for you, but next episode, I think we have a special bridge episode, and I think I have some really good advice to solve all your
Fucking
problems.
bridge.
My topic will be quite, whatever, helpful for you.
Just jump off a bridge.
Jesus Christ. He's not serious. He's not serious. He's on the bridge.
Okay, yeah. So, like when I Googled, I was like doing some research for the bridge episode, and when I was like Googling some of my like things I wanted to talk about, there was like a suicide hotline number that kept popping up. And I'm like, Google's gonna think I'm straight up like researching where to be able to jump off a bridge and kill myself. I'm just trying to figure out historical suicide rates. Like, so.
Jesus.
Anyways,
Well, maybe that's why.
Tony, you gotta look inward to find the friends. You gotta look inside and say, what do I like to do the most? And you just go on Facebook. If it's like disc golf, for instance, like I know some friends that like disc golf. You go on Facebook and you find the disc golf club for like a local course, right? And it's people that are doing stuff you like to do, so it's so easy to connect. So just do something like that. Figure it out.
I feel like all the friends that I've made have been through work.
Drinking.
Yeah.
Literally made all my friends drinking. So like just meeting new people, like come out to bar, and a friend brings a friend.
Going out and drinking is the easiest way because it's like if you like drinking, because it loosens you up, and then
that's how we all kind of met,
like,
right?
oh, you like that too? All right, cool, yeah.
We go to like
Pretty
parties, and like Ryan would have his buddies there, and like maybe you meet some of his buddies and you connect. Oh, like, but you're drinking and then you're talking and you connect. But if you're not a drinker, it's really like not fun to be around people who are drinking. So that's why I recommend like local, Like I always wanted, if I was in a new city by myself, I think I would try to join like a kickball league or something that's like, because I like to play some like fuck around sport, and you meet a lot of people. I know there's like a big kickball community in a lot of places. Some drunken softball would be dope. Go down to the park after hours.
If I moved to a new city, I'd probably like look for like a sports league to join.
Right.
Where it's like, oh yeah, we need a person, and you jump in there. Otherwise, I don't know what I would do. Maybe like adult classes. I don't know. Because I don't talk to people at bars. When's the last time you guys talked to like a stranger at a bar?
Yeah.
Not by choice.
I mean, there's got to be coworkers, right? Like, I mean, that's a good place to start. I think if you work at a big enough company, you just kind of get to know some of your coworkers, and maybe they'll go out for drinks or something after, like, I don't know, start dating. Like, I don't know if this guy's single or not, but like dating, you can just meet people that are...
Yeah, dating's good, but then like you get in a relationship and you're like, okay, well, I got you.
You know what's funny?
I need friends.
You said dating a guy.
Huh?
He said, and that's what Steven just said, dating a guy.
Dating and meeting people.
Date whoever you want.
Yeah, sure. I don't judge.
So when I was at a point in my life where I didn't have a lot of people, I was going through like one of my low spots, and the advice that came to me was you need to, meet people, which is kind of sounds like what this fan is talking about. And the thing that I was going to suggest here is there's this app thing called Meetup. And so what Meetup is,
that.
yeah,
Look for ghost hunting groups on that.
Yeah, you basically you pick a location. So if you're in New Mexico, I'm assuming you're in Albuquerque, New Mexico, because if you're not, you're like way out in the boonies somewhere. So it's probably Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I typed it in here, and there's like this, there's people that, or let me explain the Meetup. The Meetup is you search for a type of activity and you find other people that like to do this. So for example, there's people who like to talk about UFOs, and like, oh, every Thursday at this one location, we just come by and we just talk about UFOs. And
weirdos.
What works out with there is you can pick something that you're either knowledgeable on, like me, I would be like, oh, hey, there's like a history segment about the Roman Empire. Psh, yeah, I can get in on that, because when I can get there and I can immediately pick up and talk with people about it. So you find other people that have an interest, you have a strong suit, you're able to find other people who are interested in the same thing. So you're able to find those common interests. And then from that, you're meeting those people and you can kind of create out from there. And then you can use it for the secondary thing where maybe you don't want to hit something that you already know, but you're like, I'm looking on here, there's a salsa dancing. There's people who love to salsa dance, and it's every week here. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a new thing. So like, hey, let me go try something new, work on yourself, build yourself. You get a good yourself going, and then you're going to be amazed how other people, and you're going to meet people, and they're going to be attracted to this confident person that likes what they do, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good answer.
Good job, Chris.
You're welcome. That's what Cowboy Chris is here for, the fans.
If you're into golf, isn't there an app that you can like download where it's like, hey, we have a group of 3, we need one more. Join us.
You just go to the golf course and you just talk to the starter.
Shut up, Steven. There's an app.
There probably is. There's probably an app, but like you can also just like whenever you play as a single, they're gonna put you with people. Like I met a lot of people, never any like long lasting friends, but for that day, like I met people and just chatted with them as I was golfing.
So Steven, question. You're in this group of 3 and a 4th person joins them. Well, let's say they're in your golf cart, right?
Well, you don't always have.
At the end of the day, they're like,
they're gonna have their own golf cart.
Shut up. They're with you. And at the end of the day, they're like, hey, Steven, can I get your number? Would you give it to him?
Well, if it went well, he would. There's nothing wrong with getting another dude's phone number. It's not like you're gay for him, but you're just like, hey, bro, like, oh, you also like Star Wars? Hey, maybe we could talk about Star Wars sometime.
If it was me, I'd probably give a fake number.
Wow, that's.
I think I like a lot what people do nowadays, like the youngins. They just go, "What's your Instagram?" or like something like that, and they exchange like socials. I was on a walk once, and I would walk all the way up my hill next to my house, and it goes up towards the mountain, and it's a couple miles. I put on my headphones, and I'm like enjoying my peace and quiet by myself. You know, maybe a little edibles involved. You know, whatever. But one time I was walking and just cruising up the hill, minding my own business. Out of the corner of my eye, I see someone walking his dog. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, you do the whole, hey, how's it going? But he didn't stop talking. He wasn't just like, oh, good, man. You know, it was like, yeah, I'm good. You know, like, oh, do you walk here often? And he just kept chatting and chatting and chatting. And soon enough, like we had walked like half a mile and he just keeps talking. I'm like, oh, I guess he's just going to finish this walk with me. Like, it's not really like how I like to do things at night when I'm like high and walking by myself. But I was like, I'm not going to do that. And he was just like, yeah, man, like I used to walk all the way up here. Man, there's this really cool area up here. Like, and I'm like, dude, this guy's going to fucking kill me.
There's a really secluded area over here.
What?
Like,
hey, can you hold this rope for
he
me?
was saying at the top of the hill, there's like an entrance to like some trails that go up into the mountain that have like cool things. He's like talking to me. I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh, I've never been up that far. He's like, oh, I'll show you where they are. And I wasn't going to do that, but I was like, oh, okay. So I ended up walking this. And he was like nice enough, right? We're chatting the whole time. He had a dog with him. So it was cool. But like, it's just so weird, you know, that he was so friendly. You know, it really throws you off when they're that friendly.
Isn't it like, sad that friendliness is interpreted as weird?
Yeah.
Well, because he's like oversharing too. It was like kind of the content of the conversation was like he was like oversharing about his life to a stranger. So anyways, for me, it wasn't really my vibe. But at the end, he was like, oh man, like give me your number. Like, and he was totally like a guy. Like he wasn't like sus or anything, you know. So I gave him my number, and I remember he like texted me like a, hey, how's it going kind of thing, like a couple of days later, and I just never responded to it. I just dreaded seeing him again. Like, cause I just left him on red. Cause I was just like, I don't know, dude. Like, I told Mel, I was like, oh, I made like, she's like, you got like, you made a boyfriend or something. Yeah. But he was talking about his wife the whole time. Just beard, totally a beard, you know.
Was it an older guy?
Beard is a term for somebody who dates or is married or whatever, but he's secretly gay and like just uses the woman as like a shield to cover his sexuality. Of course, because only I would know that. Write those emails.
Dude,
of course.
like the kid.
He was an older guy, I'm guessing?
He was like my age. Like he was like mid-30s, and he worked at like the hospital as like the person who receives like the trauma patients from the ambulance, like shuttles them in and different things. But just weird vibes.
I feel like I've come across people there. I think there's a certain personality type where they just like to talk to people, and either they have a job that allows them to talk to a lot of people and they can get that out, or they have a job where maybe they're in the trauma ward and they just got to like, watch someone who's in who's anesthetic or something like that and make sure they don't die. So you're not talking to a whole lot of people maybe. So I feel like those type of people they're the ones where, you know, you're standing in line for Starbucks and they're like, oh dude, I need to talk to someone. Hey, can I talk to you? What are you going to order? Like this, that, and the other. So you just come across those people and I think they can get it out.
He strikes me as like, that's his only gear. Like no matter what situation he's in, he was going to be like that social, and there's nothing wrong with being yourself. You definitely won't hide it. You're going to like, you're being authentic. And if people like that, if they're looking for someone who's social and chatty, like they're going to like be drawn to you. So,
yeah. My job's all about talking to people. So by the time I'm done with work, I don't want to talk to nobody.
I fucking hate chatty salesmen. They're the worst.
Not a chatty salesman.
By far.
chat with many people all throughout the day.
My buddy Rez described it this one time. He said, when he's talking to people about certain topics, he has a certain quantity of that topic he can take in. So, and he would describe, he's like, yeah, so Chris, like if I were to talk to you about history, dude, you're like a glass worth. You'll just keep going. We're all good. He's like, now when you talk to me about history, I'm good for about a shot. After that shot, that's good. I don't need any more history than that. I'm good on to the next topic, things like that. So ever since he pointed that out, it made me realize when I'm talking to the other person to gauge how big their cup is on whatever I'm talking about, and to realize when I'm like, okay, I think this is over. We'll move to the next thing. Mm-hmm. Read the room.
My cup spilleth over immediately.
Steven has this long cylindrical cup, right? That has like curves on it. And
no, very good. What's his name?
Mm-hmm. Extra veiny.
Tony, you got a really good advice right now. I was actually surprised.
Make friends.
But Tony, this is not a one-way street, my friend. The Coin Op Cowboys want something from you.
Jesus.
So what we want to hear from you, when you said you test batteries, that can go in so many different ways. We would like to know. We want to know how you're testing batteries, what you're testing batteries for, the methods. Yeah. So what kind of equipment is it going into? Big batteries, little batteries. We want to find out because we're curious. And I don't know. I mean, my thought of testing the batteries, I put it in my Game Boy and it either works or it doesn't work. But
Game Boy reference. Cool.
I don't get to toss that out very often, but the light, it slowly gets less and less. The red light gets dimmer.
I remember that. The light would
you start panicking. I need to save.
I remember trying to play the classic Game Boy, like in the car while my mom's driving and like the sun's setting, and you're like, no. And of course, they won't let you turn on the fucking light in the car.
Do you remember being in the car with your parents at nighttime, and you would turn on like the dome light, and they'd be like, I can't see. Turn it off. Like, what the fuck was that? Like,
or they would say it's against the law.
Yeah.
They told me it was against the law all the time. I said, you're fucking... I believed you. It's not against the law. It was not against the law.
Fucking liars.
It's distracting. They wanted to like get you to shut the fuck up. I do it to my daughter all the time. Why? You're like, because you have to. The police officer. You're going to get in trouble. I don't know. Shut up.
Yeah. In most states, it's perfectly legal to drive with your interior lights on. It is merely not safe to do so.
How's it not safe?
Because it creates a glare.
At all. Not
it creates a glare.
Cause glare. Bullshit.
Causes a glare.
Fucking cause glare.
You cause a glare.
All right, AJ, you got almost 3 hours of content here.
Is that the last mail?
Shit,
Did we just power through all?
That was the last one of it.
Cool. Let's close it out. That's a good episode.
Fails.
I guarantee that people will like that episode. Faux show. An episode like this, if you didn't have any of those errors, I feel like you can just pretty much release it raw.
Right?
Because it flows and there's no like need, unless there's some like names mentioned or something. There's nothing to like, you could like put it through your like gap filler program where it cuts out the gaps. But
there's a gap filler program?
Didn't you have something that you put in and like it shrinks the gaps in between?
Yeah, you made like the first episode, you took all the pauses out. So it was just a consistent sentence.
I do it manually.
Oh. That's a lot of work. I remember the one that there was one that you like did it really, really well. You did it really, really tight, and it was just like everybody like. I was like, oh my god, I can't. It's so fast. It was like episode 3, I think, was that one.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying with us in another episode of episode 41. It's a very, very good. To empty our mailbag and get the banter going, please go ahead and write in coinopcowboyspod@gmail.com. Leave a comment, answer along with any of the guys. We love hearing from you guys. So let's go ahead and close it out. Do you guys want to say anything, or do you just want to end it?
I want to say something.
I don't need to say anything, actually.
I do.
Okay. Oh, he does. Oh,
you bid a do?
Well, we will say something. Well, there is a perfect...
I would never deny my fans an exit.
You won't have any at this rate.
Fuck you!
Yeah. All right, and we're going to go in the perfect closing order, and that starts with Chris.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you to you guys, the fans, making it all worthwhile and fun. I enjoy my own little personal fan groupie base of the ones who love listening to Chris and decisions were made and how we get to pick on Ryan and Steven and Angel. It's great. Let me know. Go ahead and send in for your favorite cowboy. We're keeping score, and if we get enough going, we can rename the podcast Chris and the Coin Op Cowboys. So it'll be fun. But keep going. We do this for you guys. We're glad you enjoy it. And all the different fun walks of life and places. It's going places. So thank you and good night.
Oh yeah. Next up is who is that? Steven.
Oh,
Steezy.
yeah, Dune 2 is really good. Go see it. I'm out. Peace.
Cool. Next up, Ryan.
What up, Coinopians? It's your favorite cowboy, Ryan. I would never disrespect you like Steven does, or lie to you like Christopher does, because I'm your favorite cowboy. Thank you for tuning in. Write in more, listen more, because maybe Angel will pay us. But I appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, send pictures with your email just so we can visualize you. It helps.
True. All right. Thanks, Ryan. And with that, we're out.